Jet fans, let's rock MetLife Stadium this year. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets.
Morning, Mark. Good. Another way to the Jets lose. Found another way. Bro, you know what was sad?
God.
I was wondering why Ulbrich put his headset on. Like after they scored the touchdown in overtime, I'm like, what are you doing, man? The game's over.
Yeah.
But we got breaking news too, Mark.
I know. Go ahead. I'll go on mute. I'm here 1 day a week, and now you're going to give me Mets? I got it. Okay.
Nah. But it was if people want to sprinkle it in, whatever, but it was they should have won yesterday, Mark. And I wasn't even mad. I wasn't even mad during the game, man. Because I thought they played pretty well. They just couldn't stop them, but Miami couldn't stop the Jets either. So,
Pete, I agree with you, and I mean, whatever. A bunch of people are going to join, but whatever. I'll say my piece now. Like, this game had a little bit of something for everybody. Like, that was my thought. After the game ended. You know, I don't want to see the Jets be hapless against Miami in their building. All right, they made a game out of it. It was a competitive game. It came down to overtime, and the Jets could have easily won that football game. Yep. All right, so like that happened. Did you want to see the young talent have a chance to flash?
Yeah, Mark, that's another thing. Like I thought Isaiah Davis was extremely good, man. I mean, Braylon Allen was too, but Isaiah Davis was really impressive yesterday. Ruckert
unless
stinks.
your name was Ruckert. Yeah,
he stinks.
Pete, there's no I mean, I guess long live the Bowers boys, because we got to watch Brock Bowers break records for tight ends, and we're watching Ruckert drop passes. So, I mean, those guys are having their last laugh. As of the people that did not want to fire the head, I mean, listen, I say it every week, but if you're in favor of firing the head coach when they did, I mean, I don't know what more evidence you need to see that it was a mistake. And
Mark,
I was out on the team after that move, but go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, to me, the New England game was the factor for me to get 4 or 2-5 then, right?
Yeah.
2-4.
Yeah. And
then New England.
Yeah, there's other things I think to point at in this game. I mean, I think this team is missing Jermaine Johnson. It really is. This is a game without Sauce and kind of Jonnu Smith coming on during the stretch. I couldn't help thinking, I'm like, man, I wish that Sauce was playing in this game. I know he's been taking slings and arrows this season, but between Echols and Reed, some of Reed's the flags,
they were getting torched yesterday, man. I mean, it was all underneath, but
yeah. But that's why, listen, Sauce, as much as folks are hating on Sauce, it's like they needed him. They needed him in that game.
I'm not out on Sauce, man.
Well, I think, and then the last part, there's other pieces too. I mean, maybe I'm crazy, but was I the only one thinking after seeing, like, there were stretches of Rodgers play, I'm like, honestly, I really do think that they should. I mean, I think they should run it back with him. There were times when I was watching that game where I'm like, actually, I mean, if your bridge options are Taylor and whoever you get off the street, you know, in a quarterback class that's no one thinks is great, I mean, would they be that crazy to run it back with him? I was thinking that as I was watching the game.
Mark, I had the same exact thought yesterday when I was watching that game.
Yeah.
So did I. I'm not going to lie.
And it was another game, by the way, where the defense collapsed near the end of the game. It's a worse defense now.
The defense stinks.
Yeah.
They stink. They couldn't stop them.
That said, though, Pete, think about it. I mean, I know that Joe Douglas and Saul have taken, I mean, so many slings and arrows that now they're gone. They're fired. But does anyone doubt that Jamie and Sherwood shouldn't be that the linebacking core next year shouldn't be Sherwood and Williams?
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes. And I think they should bring back Brandon Eccles on a, 1 or 2 year deal.
Yep.
Give him, 6, 7 million. Or give him, I don't know if they're going to give him Michael Carter money. I don't think you can give him Michael Carter money,
Mm-hmm.
but 6, 7 million, maybe he comes back, or if he tests the market and he's gone, all right, so be it.
And I kind of wanted to see. I mean, I know I'm bouncing around, but I'm not in all the time. But the running back room, with Brees Hall out, I thought that Allen and Davis actually handled themselves pretty well.
Well, Mark, real quick, you know why I think the Jets were successful yesterday? Because they ran the ball.
Well, I was thinking that too. Like when Davis ran in, I'm like, wow, they actually gave Rodgers a little bit of a run game, like a little bit
Yep.
outside of him just being a jugs machine back there. I mean, that was never going to be a formula for them to win games. Was Rodgers just throwing the ball nonstop? But then the last part, and like I said, it gave a little bit of something for everybody. No one in this room thought the Jets were going anywhere this season. After, like at this point of the year, the Jets aren't doing anything, right? So even the folks that are pro tank, they get something. It was a close competitive game. It was a fun game to watch. The whole game,
Yeah,
I'm like,
Mark,
this is fun. Like it was actually an entertaining game.
No, yeah, I didn't really get mad during the game at all. I'd be like, I wasn't angry like I usually am because they were competitive.
Well, and if you wanted,
and Rodgers looked
okay.
great, man, and he's not in here yet. There's no question the Jets have to keep Garrett Wilson here for a long time.
Yeah, I never understood that, honestly. I never really got it. And for folks that are like, oh, well, Wilson being, demonstrative after he's not being seen. He was doing that, and it was a factor of Zach Wilson. He was doing that to Rodgers. There's a play where Garrett Wilson was flying open and could have been, I mean, we're talking going for 6, and he's jumping up and down.
He did it with Rodgers, too. I saw that yesterday.
I mean, he's a keeper, man. I don't understand people that want to eject him from the bill. I don't get it. It feels more emotion than.
Yeah, Mark, I think I'm not going to say they were great picks, but Allen and Davis are decent picks. At least we have people playing in the 4th round, that's on the team.
Yep.
So.
And Fashanu, by the way, well, before I get to him, I would just also want to say that if you're a pro tank, you should be happy this morning too, because it's a fun competitive game to watch, and they lost, which didn't hurt the draft standing. So then you're happy too. I mean, I'm not. Look about and then Fashanu, which I am concerned. Here's my concerns about the player, and it's not that he's a bad player. It's not that Brock Bowers is lighting the league on fire. He said he's outstanding. I have concerns about the guy's run blocking, and he run blocks like a pass blocker. And under normal circumstances, I'd be cool with it. My problem is Keith Carter. I don't know that I trust Keith Carter to teach Fashanu how to be better. Like if you watch him, Fashanu doesn't run people over. He's more passive. He just gets in people's faces as a run blocker. I never see him. He had chances to pancake, and then he kind of lays off. Like he just doesn't.
But Mark, he stonewalls people though.
No, as a pass blocker, he's everything promised, which is again, whatever, RIP. But thank you, Joe Douglas. The guy's a good player. Fashanu's going to be a good player. And again, I think we said at the time he got drafted, you know what? This is going to be he's going to be a great pick for 2026 and on. Fashanu. The Jets may have their future franchise left tackle, but in the run blocking, I'm not satisfied with his play. But as a pass protector, he's very, very good, especially when you watch. Morgan Moses was playing banged up, and he was getting torched a little bit. Then they brought in Max Mitchell, and you're like, Lord Almighty, this guy stinks.
Yeah, Max Mitchell's bad, man. Morning.
But they have a couple holes that they need to fill. I think the right move, now that I'm starting to think about the draft, I think the right move, Pete, is that they shore up all the pieces around the quarterback position. They run it back and just make a much better team, better depth.
So you want them to bring back Rodgers now?
I think next year Rodgers should be the starter, and because you're even starting to see more chemistry, more stuff happening between Rodgers and Wilson and Adams. And listen, I'm not going to say that the Jets are going to go for it all next year and win a title. I'm not saying that. But I think they can break the playoff drought if they just bring back Rodgers and build a better team around him. And then look, if there was some marquee quarterback coming up this year, I might be singing a different tune. But who's your quarterback next year if not Rodgers? You're going to draft somebody and then start him as a rookie? I don't think so.
No.
I think Jordan
People are
Travis has a
saying
better chance to start than that. I just don't think.
People are saying Tyrod, Mark. I mean, whatever. If it happens and Rodgers comes back, I don't care. Like, what am I going to do?
That's some grass
And
is
people are
greener,
going to
Pete, I
say
think, when it
people
comes to that. Go ahead.
people are going to say, "Oh, his salary, then you keep pushing the money back or whatever."
Oh, for Rodgers?
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know the money
Everybody's
part.
thinking they
You know
should
that.
just That's the thing though. Whoever comes here, it's their decision. So Woody Johnson could say, "Oh, he's coming back," but why would Woody announce that and scare somebody off?
Listen, man, God willing,
Bring him
Woody's in a
in the
different
bill.
time
Yeah,
zone, and we don't have to deal with his decision making.
no,
That's my hope.
he's not going. He's not. Somebody else got hired to be the ambassador.
Oh my God, ship this guy to me. Just get him out of here, man. I don't know. I don't care what. Make him ambassador to Micronesia. Like, invent a country and just get this guy out of here, man. I'm sick and tired of his decision making process. I mean, at least they put consultants in to help with the process, but honestly, the way this was handled, okay, now I'm on a different subject, but the way this was handled with firing the coach when they did and firing the GM when they did, man, this had better be the best GM and head coaching combo we've ever seen. They have so much time. Like, how much time do you need? And are they going to wait for teams to complete? I don't know all this stuff, but are they going to wait for teams to complete the playoff run and all that to try to snatch people up off of winning teams? Like, maybe that'll be cause for delay. But man, I mean, if these guys don't have all their homework references checked, I mean, this had better be the best GM head coach combo we've ever seen with how they did this. Because what other reason to abandon the coach after a 2-3 start, eject the GM before end of the year, like, and you got your consulting firm there, like, so much time to prep. So I don't know, man. But
Yeah, I mean,
game.
I mean, Mark, what's crazy is that I didn't even really talk about the game last week at all, but the game was the game. Like, listen, Tua played good. He played really good. The Jets didn't even touch Tua. And then when they did, to me, that flag on Quinnen Williams was ridiculous. But
I can't
whatever.
believe, Pete,
They
all
didn't
this, like, people falling all over themselves. I can't believe Reddick isn't here. Oh, Reddick. Dude, like,
he's done nothing.
I'm more
Mark.
excited about Will
Nothing.
McDonald and his future than I am about Reddick. Like, they had no, and I know that Tua gets the ball out quick. Still, I mean, yeah, there was no pass rush, and when they desperately needed pass rush, they couldn't get to Tua. So, I mean, but then and that's why I say the secondary needed help.
Mark, all they needed was one sack on that final drive. That's it. They had no timeouts. That's it. But another loss. Can you hear me?
Join the play, Petey. All you needed was one sack on the final drive.
Yeah, but you guys scored 42 points.
Bro.
And you're in first place, and you clinched the division.
We needed a stop, bro. We needed to stop from the defensive line. The defensive tackles, really.
By the way, man, Whittle, real quick, that sounded like a Bills home game, man. Jesus.
It was a great. I mean, whatever. Like I mean, whatever.
You're gonna lose some games, man. It happens. It's
not like that, though. Not like that. Not like that. That was a game that you hate to lose, though. Like I'm tired of being in these classic games and more often than not losing.
Yeah, what did Josh
That
Allen
seems to
have, a
be.
record? Didn't he break a record, 3-3?
Yeah, bro, they was stat like I like legit. They realized in the first quarter it was like, yeah, we ain't gonna be able to fuck with this offense. So let's just stat pad for Josh and his MVP race, and because there's no like first and goal every single time is just the quarterback sneak. Like I thought there were a couple times you could have got Ray Davis, you could have got other guys involved, would have been fine. But they clearly were stat padding. And I mean, whatever. Like they got the division wrapped up. Um, it's important. It's important for Josh's career to win an MVP and to win a Super Bowl. So if they can take care of the MVP this year and then going into the playoffs, we have guys like Milano and Dwayne Carter, Keon Coleman, Don Kincaid, those guys use these next 4 games to play themselves into game shape and, hit the ground running in the playoffs. We'll see, man. But
Well, who's
defensive
left?
tackles have to play
Detroit next?
better. Yeah,
Yeah,
Detroit,
who's Detroit's next this week? Who then what? I know they have the
two,
Jets.
two,
Who
yeah,
else?
two games with the Patriots and the Jets in between.
And so you're gonna I'm gonna say the Bills will go 13-4.
I don't know.
I think they're gonna lose to the Lions.
We'll see. I mean, I'll say this: their defense got stops in the first half, and the Bills' defense did not. I think we forced one punt that entire game. I think one punt.
Yeah, Justin, just jump in, man.
So
First time listener, long time caller. Thanks for having me, guys.
Hey, man, appreciate that. What's going on?
I
What's
just
on
I
your
just have
mind,
just
man?
have a question for all of you guys. What mathematical equation? What formula, scientific formula? What sports science do you have that can predict a player's output for the next 15 years?
Oh, this is good. This must be a Yankee hater question.
I'm just like, what type of sports science do we have now that can predict a player's
I
output
don't
for
know.
15 years?
The Yankees offered him 16 years. So
This like when I saw that, bro. That shit is fucking insane. Good for you though, Petey. Good for the Mets.
he's got an opt out after 5 years. So go
Like
opt out.
that's fucking insane. That is an insane contract. So hey man, hopefully it does
Lot,
something for
lot,
the Mets. Do you think it puts you over
lot.
the edge?
Hopefully, a lot of Met hate this morning.
Oh no hate. I was just like when I saw 15 years, I was wondering. Like I know football you never do that, right? Because the player's lifespan is what average player lifespan is what like 8 years, 8 years, 10 years, right?
Hmm.
I mean maybe basketball, but 15 seasons on a contract. I didn't know there was an opt out after 5 years, but 15 years, man, that's crazy.
Yep. Nelson, what's up? You came up. You here? Yo.
Pete, I'm here still. We're waiting for
All
Nelson.
right.
Hey, listen, I haven't
What
been in a
happened?
while. Listen, if you're,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I had a technical something or other. But listen, if you're down below, like the other listeners and anonymous and stuff, don't be scared, man. You can come in here and talk. I mean, we're not gonna. And also, if you're a first time speaker, man, like that's happened. We've all had to do this the first time, so I mean, come on up and tell us what you think. Um, I mean, what? How did you think about how Miami did in the game, Pete? Like
I don't
between
think
Tua, their
Miami's
defense. What did you think?
that the defense was awful, in my opinion. And let's be real, Tua picked the Jets apart. He wasn't even. They put no pressure on him, Mark. So they had they didn't do anything. The Jets defense to rattle him. He wasn't under duress. So whatever, they won. Miami's mediocre, Mark.
It was dumpster fire versus dumpster fire. Good morning, everybody.
Speaking of that, what's up, office? How about somebody flying a plane saying fix this dumpster fire at the Giant game.
Petey, I was there.
Wow.
There,
I went
that
yesterday.
dumpster's burning down for
Wait,
them.
you went to the Giant game or the Jet game?
No, I was at the game because I was giving tickets. I took my son. My son was, my son's a Giants fan. But
Oh, all
that
right.
that game was terrible. I thought Zach was quarterbacking. That's how he had the same number. He was awful. That whole game. Listen, I watched the whole Jet
Who, Drew
game.
Lock?
I watched the whole Jet game on my seat. That game was, oh my, they were terrible. But listen, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut in, office.
Go ahead.
With the game, right? How is it that Allen only got 11 carries?
Well, they split them.
But
But Rodgers also threw for what Rodgers threw,
no,
Mark?
I know he
38
threw it for a lot of
times?
yards. They should have. I don't know. That's just me. They should have just ran the ball because that guy was like he was averaging almost 4 yards a carry, I think. And this is another game, 3 straight games that the defense giving up give up. They just can't hold it. They can't. And then I left at halftime. I thought, okay, they're up 12-10, and then I look at the score. It was they give up give up like a field goal. It's incredible. And then that run back, man, when they took the lead, and then the kickoff, and it was. I know I'm everywhere, but it's just that it was frustrating yesterday. I think that was the game. I thought they were going to pull it off, and then the defense just continues to show its ugly head. With the pass interferences and all that stuff, and then obviously the screenplays has been the killer for them the whole season. They can't stop a screenplay at all.
It's a creative screenplay too, like how they were running it. I like that.
Yeah,
Like the inside screens are clever, but then the other thing too, I said a little bit of something for everybody when we were starting up in this one. If you wanted to see a 300-yard passing Rodgers game, well, you got it. I mean, listen, I wanted them to win, especially when it got down to like late stage fourth quarter and then rolling into OT. I'm like, man, are they going to win this game? How many lead changes were there? Like 5?
yeah.
Well, they fired the only guy that could, stop screenplays for going such big yardage, right? Mark said that about 20 minutes ago. Like, the minute they fired Salad, dude, that joint went off the cliff, right, Mark? Like, they was gone.
Well, the Jet defense, offense. Fans will tell you the Jet defense has had a problem with screenplays. Like it's been an ongoing. This is even under Saleh. I think the biggest difference is explosives. Like the Jet defense gives up more explosive plays now than they have, and they just can't be counted on. I mean, now they're a mediocre to bad defense. I think in pass defense, what are they, like 31st overall in the league?
Yeah.
Like you said, though, they weren't giving up the explosive plays like that, though. You know what I mean? Like, they weren't giving those up, I don't recall.
Can I take you guys back to late in the fourth? Think it was around a minute left, maybe a little more than a minute, and
Devontae Adams.
Yeah,
I thought he should have just. I'm like, what are you doing? And I thought that the refs were going to keep the clock going
I
because
don't
he
know why
was
he
stood up in
turned to the
bounds.
outside shoulder like that. I mean, I do know. I understand that he was trying to see if he could, thinking if I'm him, I catch that football. I'm thinking the defender thinks he's going to turn in bounds because he wants to keep the clock going. So if I turn to the outside shoulder, then I have a chance of picking his first down up and winning the game. But I think right there, you kind of just gotta.
Whittle, he's got to go down.
Yeah,
Whittle,
you
if he
kind of gotta
goes
go
down,
down, right?
Whittle, if he goes down, the Jets kick a field goal with 20 seconds left.
Well, didn't
And Miami has no.
they didn't have any timeouts right there?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's
why
a bad
I was
call.
Whittle. I was pissed off because I thought the Jets should have ran a draw play up the middle.
Yeah.
Just run a draw play and run the clock.
Yeah.
And listen, if you miss a field goal, fuck it.
Yeah, that was when I saw Adams do that. I mean, that was a bad decision, 100%. Like that was a
Everything's bad about them, man. And oh my gosh, man.
that
Well,
was a terrible decision. I saw that and I just said to myself, like, bro, that you gotta. As Devontae Adams, I expect you to know that you gotta go down and just let
Well,
the
Will,
clock
they
go.
said they said they talked about it. Stay in bounds. Everything. They said they talked about it.
Yeah.
I don't know what to believe, man. The coaching staff stinks. Bottom line.
and
These guys
honestly,
are in over their head.
sorry, go ahead, B. Sorry.
Go ahead.
And, look, you're right though. You know what I mean? Because, like, for example, like, look at Buffalo. They're not generally going to make the simple mistakes that they made in the past. If the Jets can get, build off of that kind of stuff, because good teams just generally ain't going to make simple mistakes like that. They know where they're at. They have their bearing. They're between the navigational beacons, and unfortunately, not knowing time and space cost you there. That was really rookie from him. I was even surprised, like Whittles. I was surprised.
Yeah, because when I saw the clock and I thought the ref was actually going to do the winding. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I knew it. I'm like, what are they doing?
Bro,
And then right there,
I turned the game off. I turned the game off when you guys were, it was like third and whatever, and I was like, yo, they're gonna lose this game. Like after you guys kicked the field goals like 53 seconds left, I turned the game off. I said they're gonna lose this game.
yep, Whittle. I'm not one for claiming that I'm right, or because I'm not right all the time. But at 3:30, I knew the Jets were either going to lose at the end of the game or in overtime. I knew it. I just knew it. Hector, what's up?
What's up, Petey? Watching the game yesterday, man, I'm more concerned about this defense now than I am about the offense.
I agree.
I think we need to get a huge D tackle, a safety, because we got nothing back there. It's like I knew they were going to score. It's just they would do whatever they want with these guys.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
know.
Hector, real quick.
Yeah,
Do you think they missed Sauce Gardner yesterday?
of
Because I
course.
do.
Yes, of course. And we missed Johnson. Hopefully he comes back next year. The pass rush. Reddick does nothing. What a mistake that was. He blew up the chemistry of the team before the season even started. And now that he's been back, he's contributed nothing.
Yep.
You
He's
Hector,
know?
been
you're right.
awful.
He's probably
You're
going through
right,
the
Hector. I
motions
think you
right
guys
now.
need two. I think you need two safeties. I think you
Yep.
need two cover. I think you need two cover guys back there. I don't think you need a guy that's like a box type. You can find those. You can find those in free agency. A third safety that can come down and fit the run really, really well. But you need a box safety. I mean, you need cover safety. You need a couple of cover safeties. And
For
I
sure.
mean, that
Especially in
that
that division.
coming back. I agree with the big defensive tackle. I think Buffalo needs the same thing. We both need to be looking for, a one technique, preferably 6'4", 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", 330, 340, with with some athletic juice. Like you need that because if Quinnen and Ed Oliver are going to consistently get double teamed on pass downs, on you know big rundowns, you got to have a guy who is going to dominate his one-on-one on the other side. You have to have another guy next to him that is going to force the other team to to give that one-on-one somewhere else. We got those are areas I think both our teams need to address early in the draft. Enough of this bargain bin bullshit. Early in the draft, go get guys who can play in the trenches and push the pocket. You cannot allow these elite level throwers of the football to step up play after play and find guys. Can't do it. Can't win
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. There's no ball hawks back there either. There's no Bullhawks back there. There's no guys in
By the
section.
way, Ashton Davis is he's brutal, man.
Brutal.
Oh my gosh.
Happy with Sherwood. He's developed. He's a gamer. I like him.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Jamie Sherwood, I heard a stat yesterday, had 18 tackles, the third most in Jets history in a game.
Yeah, he's flying all around the field. He's good.
Well. Bills Mafia and the 1 seed, it just don't go together. I mean, y'all was close. I mean, y'all
I
hope
mean,
you know how your season
A1.
going
I
to end.
mean,
Oh no,
are you
ain't no
gonna?
A1, Petey, because they talk shit like they
Hey,
was tough. They was
hey,
talking
hey, hey!
shit,
But you
and I
coming into
told you they
my room?
frauds,
No, no,
Petey.
no, no, no! Wait a second! Don't be coming in my room starting in. I did not, Mark. Did you drop him? Because I didn't.
Yeah, I don't see him now.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah,
People
get,
who,
Well,
you know,
all right.
he got a
Whittle,
lot in
just
our
leave.
spaces.
All
He
right,
got a
just
lot
leave
in our
it.
spaces because of goofy stuff like that. Nobody talks to him. And the people that do talk to him, they're not here. So I don't know why he's here talking to us. We don't talk to him. There are Bills fans he interacts with. He should take that conversation to them because nobody in here currently speaks to him. Nobody in
All
here with a
right,
mic
Whittle.
speaks to him.
Let's just move on. All right, please. Thank you, Vince. What's up?
Absolutely.
Good morning, guys. Hold on one second.
Vince, run it back, Vince. I'm kidding.
Well,
I'm doing that on purpose to you,
yeah,
but
no. I mean, Rodgers played well. What are you gonna do? The thing with the defense is why I'm not concerned about it is because I think half the defense is not going to be here next year. I think you'll have all new, at least 3 people in the secondary, 2 safeties, and a corner will have new next year. Michael Clemens won't be here next year. Hassan Reddick won't be here next year. You'll have J.J. McDonald. Hopefully you draft a defensive tackle to go with Quinnen. Re-sign Sherwood. You'll have Quincy. You'll have Sauce back. And then I don't think Eccles or DJ Reed re-signed. The safety room has been a disaster ever since Jamal Adams was drafted. I mean, it's just a rotating door of garbage every single time. They built up Tony Adams like the next coming of Sean Taylor, and the guy can't make a tackle, can't cover, can't stay on the field. Whoever's evaluating these safeties, just time and time again, have no idea what the fuck they're doing. But yesterday was a great day. I think we saw some guys that we wanted to see, Isaiah Davis and Braylon Allen. We saw them play well. We saw Olu Fashanu look incredible at the left tackle position. I don't even say good. I think he's looked absolutely incredible yesterday, especially going up, against a half decent pass rush as well. I really did not like that Malachi Corley was a healthy scratch for Alan Lazar. I mean, 3-9. Why are we
yeah,
scratching?
just play Corley. But
Just
but
what's
Vince, but Vince, real quick, and I'm sorry, Vince. Just let me get in here for
yeah
10 seconds. That's why, like next year, when people say, "Oh, let the play Corley with Garrett," I'm sorry. I want to keep Devontae Adams next year. Call me selfish. Call me, delusional Jet fan. Like I want to keep Adams. He's very good.
Yeah, of course. It just might be out of our control because he might basically say it's me and Rogers or not. And I think the only way he stays is if Rogers retires outright. I don't think Rogers goes to another team and Devontae Adams stays here and they have a long distance relationship again because they can't get away from each other's assholes. But I think it's I think on the offensively, I liked what I saw. I liked what I saw from Garrett. I liked what I saw from the 2 running backs, and I liked what I saw from Olu and Tippmann too as well. So I think in that regard, it was a good game to watch. Coaching staff is a disaster as always, but I enjoyed yesterday. We lost the game that I'm not going to tell anybody how to fan. There were definitely points throughout the game that I was just like, I just don't like Miami. I don't like their fans, and I wanted to beat them.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah, I don't like I'm gonna root again. There's gonna be moments where I'm gonna root against Miami, the Buffalo, New England. It's simple nature. But at the end of the game we lost, it was just like, all right, We lost the football game. I saw what I had to saw, and we are officially eliminated. So for anybody that thinks we still have hope, we officially do not. So I mean, let's move on. I unfortunately think we will win against Jacksonville because they're a bigger shit show than we are, and we'll kind of go from there. But I really hope that they play Corley, and I hope that Breece Hall is out again. And I don't ever wish injury on somebody, but I hope that he's out again so we could see if this was a fluke or if Isaiah Davis and the Braylon Allen tandem is really something to look at going forward.
I like that tandem, Allen and Davis. You got a power back with a lot of juice, and you have a speed guy who can really stretch defenses, east to west. I like the combination. You got weapons, man. Definitely got weapons.
I think the thing with Davis too is that you saw Davis get split out wide last week, and then he came in from the slot and basically did a run that way, and then you saw him basically come right up the gut this time around against Miami. So you can use him in a couple different directions. Breece Hall doesn't really do that. Breece Hall is a catchback more, and which he's was good at, but you don't ever really see Breece Hall in motion like you can see Isaiah Davis. I really like that aspect of it. So
Yeah, that certainly was a winnable game for you guys. I mean that Devontae out of bounds, late in the fourth. That was wild, man. Not as wild as burning the timeout when you need all three to get a stop so you can get the ball back down two. Not as wild as that, but
Oh, what on the quarterback sneak?
bro, I don't. I'm not gonna say I hate the decision to run the quarterback there because I don't. I hate the way they did it. They had 9 or 10 guys in the box, like lined up, ready for that play.
Yeah, just throw a sweep, Whittle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, at some point, like you should already have some options built in. Bring in, you know, have Matt Collins in the game, have one of your backs in the game, and you run something with the tight end and the running back where you give Allen an option. You run to the far side of the field, and you have the option of hitting the tight end off of a fake block or pitching it to the running back and or Allen runs it in. Makes the defense make a
I
decision,
didn't
bro.
I didn't like the formation because you had your jumbo package with two tight ends on the line, but then you had James Cook spread out wide, and that it just like it didn't make sense to me. So there was like no real threat of you possibly throwing a fade route to the outside, make isolating like a Cooper. I mean, Keon Coleman was out, but having a one-on-one isolation on the outside with Cooper, Shakir, or even Matt Collins, there was just no threat of that. So I just
Yeah.
didn't like the formation on that play. Yeah, it was kind of goofy. Like I don't hate the Josh Allen QB sneak at the goal line because it, it's damn near a guaranteed touchdown, right? Like it has been since Joe Brady took over. Um, but that formation on that before they called the timeout in the fourth quarter, that shit was dumb. There's no other way to put it. That was just a bad formation.
Let me get some office. Give me 1 second. Let me get to Neek.
No
Hey,
worries,
Neek.
brother. Do your thing.
Hey, Neek. Good morning.
Um, that was actually an enjoyable game.
You're right.
It was competence from the offense all 4 quarters. If only if we saw that, weeks ago. But let me tell you something. When they did that, when I saw tails, I was like, fuck.
Yeah, it was. I knew it was over.
Yep. Because they couldn't stop a nosebleed. if they got paid for it. Like, fuck. I'm like, damn. And that gotta suck when you the offense. You're on the sideline. You can't do shit.
Yeah,
Nobody
they could.
can get the interference. God forbid you pick somebody off. That's not ever gonna happen. And I don't know. I don't know if it would have been any different if Sauce was in, to be honest.
No, I think Neek. I think they missed him though. Listen, Sauce Gardner's not a bad player.
No, he's not.
June, good morning.
Oh, it's June. June, good morning.
But we got to get rid of that tight end room. Rucker,
Oh,
huh?
Rucker. Yeah, Neek, you weren't in spaces back then. Uh, I was I was fighting with some of these guys because Jeremy Rucker. He's listen, nice guy. He's just not a good football player right now. He's not.
Yeah, he was wide open. Wide open.
But yeah, that almost killed the drive too, because then the Jets got a holding penalty, and then the next play, actually Fashanu got held by a defender, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So
Pete, with Rucker, you could use him as he's a run blocking tight end, and they can use him as an H-back from time to time. But in terms of receiving tight end, the Jets whiffed on it. They had a shot to get a generational guy in the draft, and they whiffed. And I'm not saying Fashion is going to be a bad player. I think he's going to be a very good player. I think they have their future franchise left tackle, so that's how they'll be remembered. But, I mean, I don't know. If you were serious about being all in, I don't know if whiffing on Bowers was the move.
Mark, I don't think they would have developed him right here.
No.
I think Bowers was ready to go. That's the thing. Like, I think he was ready-made to be effective. It's not like he's on a great team right now, and folks are trying to convince us that his game wouldn't translate. All right. How's that argument going? Like,
Yeah.
all right. I know there's no accountability unless, you want to.
Can I
Mark,
say something on that?
Accountability after
yeah.
firing the coach, which was a boneheaded shit. And no one's like, oh, yeah, I was wrong. I think they should have actually kept the coach. Who's come out and said that?
But who
I love
cares?
Bowers, but the right pick was Fashanu.
Well, for the future, for sure. Go
If
ahead.
Fashanu wasn't there right now, you
Yeah,
saw
we'd
what
have
happened with
Carter
the right
Warren.
tackle.
Exactly, Hector.
He would have been knocked out in the first 2 minutes of the game, Rogers. And I really did want Bowers, but the right pick is Fashanu going forward. It's the more important position. You got to. He did the right thing there.
Well, the right thing got him fired? Like,
No,
this
there's
is
a
my
lot of things.
problem.
There's a lot of things that got him fired, Mark. But if you really start looking, because they were saying about Douglas that he only had one good draft. This draft looks like he got some pretty good players, and that wasn't on him. And Becton is no longer a bust. All they had to do was switch in position, which is something the Jets wouldn't do because the coaching staff sucks. So Douglas's drafts were not bad. McDonald, he's a player. A lot of things went wrong to get to where we are today. But
The coaching and the
and of
management,
course,
guys.
yeah,
Hector and Mark, I get it. People, whatever, man. If you're wrong, you're wrong. They
Pete,
shouldn't have
you got
fired the
people.
coach.
Okay.
Well, they shouldn't have fired the coach, but there's nothing we could do now, Mark. Mark, I'll be honest, man. I want the season over with. It's like, is anybody else feeling that way too? Because I
Yeah,
am.
I am. I am.
Mark, I'm
Definitely.
Mark, we do this every day, and I'm checked out of them. It's crazy, Mark. And we did the whole off season. It's nuts. Like, just how
I'm
bad this
watching.
has
Yeah.
been.
I'm watching the young players. At this point, I'm watching the young players, and I'm trying to figure out, of the framework of the team, what could they possibly should they preserve for next year? What should the strategy look like moving forward for a front office coming in the building? But I mean, look, they ejected. It's okay. All right. I don't know. I don't want to say this. Whatever. I'm just gonna fucking say it.
Yeah,
We
say
got
it.
Yeah.
here's the problem. Here's the problem. We got folks who are doing cartwheels because they ejected the front office, eject the head coach, and at the same time, we're looking at some of these players. We're like, oh, actually, that guy's not bad. Oh, this guy could be a diamond. Oh, this guy could actually be a guy. And it's like, all right, so it's like we're having it both ways with this shit. Like and now, I mean, you're gonna have a front office coming in, and this is so. Here's the key with the front office coming in. All right, is okay. The problem is going to be I'm very concerned with fashion. This is the linchpin for me, because if a new head coach comes in, I'm hoping that they bring in all new offensive staff, which includes a new offensive line coach. I really think what they need to do is build the trenches again. They really, especially particularly the offensive line, that needs to be one of the better units on the team.
Yep.
But you can only fix so much. I don't know if I want to thrust a rookie quarterback, especially given this class, into that situation. So that's why right now I'm in run it back mode.
Yeah, I
With
get it.
Rodgers.
What?
Wait, June.
Yeah, June.
First of all, June, are you changing your name to Juan Smith? Just for the record. So,
That's a horrible one, solo joke.
sorry about that, but Mets fans rejoice.
You rejoice why you don't have a bet to protect him in the lineup. But anyway, you'll see that. Um, you, Mark, you said running. Stop, Mark. I
Oh,
I
can't
think
do.
June,
they have to,
actually,
June.
wait, June, I
Mark,
have
I
something to
can't
say.
do it, man.
Somebody
I'm
sent
listening.
somebody said something, sent something to me yesterday. I want to read it to you, June.
Go ahead.
Okay. Garrett Wilson, before yesterday's game, had 74 receptions for 763 yards, which means
Yes.
he's on pace to become the fifth player in NFL history with at least 80 catches and 1,000 yards in each of his first three seasons. The other players are Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Michael Thomas, and Odell Beckham Jr. But he's not
Okay.
I'm not saying this towards you, June. Garrett Wilson's a number one receiver.
He was cooking Ramsey up yesterday too, and he
Yeah,
was open more than he actually got the ball. He could have
he
scored
should
more
have had
points that game.
180 yards, Mark.
Like I said
And
before,
he's a gamer.
like I said before, he's a very good wide receiver, no question, no doubt about it. Definitely no doubt about it.
Hey
But
guys, how do you think
June, you
about
want him off the team.
No, what? No, see the to me the need is more than just having a good wide receiver when you don't have a quarterback. That's what I mean. You see now it'd be something different if we had a quarterback or an answer at quarterback. For God's sakes, when it comes to negotiation, as we keep saying, and that man asks a question on who is my quarterback, and then you say, well, we're going to develop. You're
Wait,
not
June.
gonna sit here and tell me that because
June, can
I've
I
been here
ask
for
you a
3 years
question?
already, and I got dirt. Yes,
June,
sir.
can I ask you something? Did you think
Yes, sir.
Do you think Juan Soto said who's going to protect me in the lineup?
Fucking one.
I'm just
Well,
asking
listen.
you.
Well, let me tell you this. If you're giving me $760 million, I don't care if Petey Pablo's protecting me in the lineup. Doesn't matter. For 15 years. 15. Okay.
speaking of quarterbacks? What do you guys thought about Sam? Man, that guy was incredible yesterday.
It's
Yeah,
He's
but
gonna get
Sam.
paid.
the
He's gonna
thing
get
is, if
paid.
you're taking a $49 million hit next year with Rodgers, if
No, I
they
know. I get you, P. I got
so
you.
You can't do it, right?
yeah. Listen, it's Jones. Go ahead, just jump in. You're good.
Oh, if it ain't my man Jay Gardner.
What's up, fellas? Good morning. What a wonderful day to be a Jets fan, and what a wonderful. That's how you lose it. That's how
What
you
an
lose the game.
opening. Awesome.
Hey, I'm just gonna bounce on that point I said yesterday, Petey. This team, all that's telling me, people in here, trading players. All right, I get that, but this team, from what I've seen this season, is not as bad as we think it is. Coaching
They
and
need a
GM can
coach.
change a lot.
Correct.
All right, whether Rodgers is here next year or not. In 2026, we will not be in position to draft a quarterback. We will not be a top five pick team in the NFL. We simply won't. And unless you're okay with being, the 10th and 11th pick and then trading two or three first round picks to go up there and get Archie, okay. But I'm looking at it like this, man. even next year, if we go this route of selling the team, sell everything off, we still won't be in position to get the quarterback we want in 2026, and that's gonna leave a lot of people. That's what's really gonna shake the table. Is I understand your point, June, of get the quarterback and offensive line right, but what if we go into the season, we're gonna be a 6 to 7 win team next year, probably, especially if we get a better coach and better GM. And whoever we take second round quarterback this year or quarterback whatever and develop them. I'm not saying it's the. I just don't think people think we're locked for a top 5 pick in 26. We're not, man. We're not.
Now, to answer your question, that that's exactly why I say trade the assets that you have to sit there and make a trade to move up
And
into
take
where you
who?
need to be. Well, I mean, you said Archie. I'm not. I don't necessarily know. The only person who I know about coming out this year is Cam Ward and Sanders. So
They're going to
that's
be
all I can.
gone.
Yeah, but June, no, but nobody, but people are actually saying now that Sauce Gardner isn't worth the number one draft pick. Is Garrett Wilson? What's
No, no,
Garrett?
no, 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 no,
I
no,
know
no,
Garrett
no,
Wilson is. I
no,
think both
no.
of them are
No,
number
no,
one.
no. They both are. Like, people may say whatever they want, but Garrett's definitely worth the number one, and so is Sauce.
But then you're creating
So,
a bigger hole. Now you got to go find a corner
Now,
or a
yeah,
wide
yeah. Now that
receiver,
now
but,
that if
but
they
and
the defendant
you're not getting the worth of what they're
and
really
it's
actually
yeah,
worth.
it's Hector.
okay.
It's
So,
actually
so,
blowing it
so,
up
so,
even more.
so let me ask you a question. I hate I hate to call on Whittle right quick for to be neutral in this, but damn it, I got to do it. Whittle, are you there, Whittle? Sometimes we got
Yeah, I'm
to be
here.
on. All
Yep, I'm here. What's
right, let
up?
me let me ask you a question. Is does Brees is Brees a game changer? Yes or no?
Not
But
consistently.
no,
Yeah, not
but all
Right.
right,
consistent.
but no,
Okay.
no,
Is
no. That's
is
not a fair question for Brees Hall, man.
why? It's a fact. That's a
He,
fact.
bro, he's not Derrick
He's
Henry. He's
not.
But
not
June,
Saquon
but
Barkley.
June, even if
Like
you
after that,
yes, but Whittle,
those guys. Like I would
He's
say
not Josh
even
Jacobs
Joe
either.
Mixon. I would say even Joe Mix. Well, they just lost and they needed Josh Jacobs to like ball out. And they had Detroit didn't have defensive tackles because they got injured, and their running back and their linebackers were super injured, and they lost. And they gave Josh Jacobs the ball. He's not a game changer either.
Right.
Like they're very like there are a bunch of really
Those are
good
good
running backs
plays.
in the league. He's Brees Hall's a really good player. So is James
yeah,
Cook.
but
Are they game
all
No.
right,
changers?
but
No.
Bree,
There are only
Right.
two game changers at the
Right.
running back
And
and three if you three when McCaffrey's
and
healthy.
with that
After
and
that,
with that being
after
said,
that, I think the next best guy is like Joe Mixon,
and, and
honestly.
and with that being said, why am I gonna hold on and pay this guy top money and he doesn't change the game like that for me, really?
Man.
yeah, but June, wait 1 second, Jones. But you're
Does
saying to
does
trade him
Sauce
off, and
change
yeah, but you're saying to trade him off, but you're going to get back a third round pick. What is that doing in the draft? What is
that
it
third round
doing?
that third round pick is replacing the third round pick I have to give for fucking Hassan Reddick. At least I'm getting my pick back.
And it's better than and you'll get more than just a third. Like you'll get more than just a third for Brees. Because he still has another I think he still has this what he got another year and then his
Yeah,
fifth year
yeah.
option.
No, he doesn't get a
No,
fifth
he
year
he don't
option
have a 5th year option.
because he was a second
Okay,
round
so he
pick.
still has another
Yeah,
year
he's
under
got one
contract.
year for
But
Yeah, I mean,
1.9
but
million.
but to,
you could definitely trade him to a contender
Yeah.
and get a late third and maybe like a future
I, I
six
I agree
or
with
something
your
like
point,
that.
Whittle. I agree. I don't think Brees was a game changer, but
Thank
his
you.
first year he tore his ACL, and I'm not making no excuse for him. Last year he played behind a bottom two offensive line, and he still somehow eclipsed 1,000 with good receiving yards. And this year you can chalk it up to what it is. He didn't become what we thought, but all I'm saying is Give this guy a mobile. We're lining up a pistol with Aaron Rodgers. Like let's be real. That is a formation for an athletic QB. Why are we in that? This dude has not seen a
Look,
decent offensive scheme.
Jones,
100%.
To
Jones. It seems that we make a lot of fucking excuses
I'm
for
not
these
making excuses.
players.
I'm
No, no,
I'm
no,
not
no, no,
making
no, 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 no,
excuses.
no, no. I'm not saying
Bro,
you. I'm
Detroit
saying
Detroit
we.
lines up in the pistol all the
We
time.
make a
Jared
lot.
Goff is not
A
mobile, and
formation is the reason why
he's
he's not like no, bro. We make a lot of excuses for these fucking players, bro,
Come
and
on,
that just
Dune.
doesn't make sense, bro. It doesn't make sense.
Nobody.
Now, my next question is Whittle, is Sauce? Does Sauce change the game for you?
Nope, trading.
Yo, see,
No, yeah,
It
he
doesn't
does.
change the game,
June, did you
This is
watch the
nasty
second?
work.
Yeah, did you see the
bruh.
secondary
No
yesterday?
I don't know.
turnovers
I don't know if I don't
whatsoever.
know if
No
Sauce
tackling. Does
currently.
he? He doesn't affect the game like that, brother.
How many
I'll
interceptions
say
does he
this much.
have?
I'll say this much. Sauce does dictate where a team will go with the
Right.
football.
That's not good.
That's the difference. Like I you so I understand that aspect of Sauce, but this is the problem with that. The cornerback position is extremely volatile. It's year to year. And this year teams went after Sauce and they got flags, they got complete like they still were able to kind of work him a bit. And that's not gonna stop. Like next year, teams are gonna do it again. And he's got to like. Are you certain that he's going to step up and be better? Are you certain that he's going to improve his game? Because if you're not, why keep
Can
him
I
Right.
when
respond?
you can
And
sell
we can get a
high?
first for Sauce if we trade him.
All right.
Yes,
All
a
right. Can
first
we
for
stop?
a
Can the
first.
nasty work hit the pause button first? And I'm not saying well, Whittle is right. I agree with what, but I want to add a little context. Can we do this, please? I want to ask a simple question. Do the Jets have a coaching problem?
Of
Shit,
course,
yeah.
Yes.
of
Absolutely.
course,
Coaching scheme, front
of
I
office.
course.
I feel like I understand it's easy to say sell this guy, trade this guy, and the grass is greener for whatever that draft pick and whatever the player that has yet to put on the jersey is better than the player with the jersey on. I understand all that. Plus the pick. Oh man, let's get these picks in here. I understand that grass is greener mentality, but the Jets have a coaching problem. Everyone here agrees with it. The head coach got fired. It's a suspect offensive coaching staff. The defense has fallen off a cliff. I want to see this young nucleus of talent with improved coaching, even mid-tier to above average coaching. I want to see that before we start flipping Brees Hall to a contender when he. I think that would be I think that'd be a mistake. I also don't think that Sauce Gardner has played his best football. Is he having a down year for sure? But I mean, after the first 2 years, there are areas of his game where I could see clear improvement, and it's stuff where I think that coaching could help Sauce be a better player. I don't think he's getting the attention. I honestly don't think. I think the coaching's been terrible. So, and last thing I want to see is some of these blue chip guys end up at other teams and then start flashing, and then the Jet fans are going to cry again
That's the
and say,
problem right there.
"Oh,
That's the problem.
oh, this,
But
Mark,
Mark,
that's the
Mark,
problem
you
right there.
actually
That's the problem.
Mark, you actually have a viable replacement for Brees
Yes.
Hall. You have Allen and Davis for another 3 years or rookie deals. Both have proven to be capable in their own
But they're
way.
not game breakers.
Obviously, so what? Like you need an offensive line first. Like
Oh
James
my
Cook looked
God,
like
thank
shit.
you, bro.
James Cook didn't look great until
Oh,
until we got Cromer in there. The offensive line got a lot better. That's when now you're seeing these big holes, and it's also a coaching issue. It's definitely also a coaching issue because you need a coach that's going to come out there and put your players in the best position. But again, like, what's the drop off from Brees Hall to Braylon to a combination of Braylon Allen and Isaiah Davis? And you got those guys for 3 more years.
you know what I noticed?
I get the Sauce part. If you want to keep Sauce and try him out under a Vrabel
Hell
or
no,
an Aaron Glenn or whoever the coach is,
no,
fine. Like that, I get
no.
that because Sauce is a he's a top tier talent, like 2-time All Pro. I believe he definitely earned one of them. I thought DJ Reed deserved the other, but whatever. Like that, I think that's excellent. Like you got an excellent guy there. And if you're not going to pay DJ Reed, I think Brandon Eccles is a capable
I think so
cornerback
too.
too.
I think Brandon Ingram is very capable.
So I would run that back with those guys. I mean, of course, but I would try to move off of Brees Hall. I
Only
would because you have running backs.
if Rogers comes back, I bring back Brees Hall.
This
If
says
we move
Sauce
on
Gardner
from
gave up four.
Rogers, I'm sorry, Office. Go ahead.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, sir. I'll just be
No, it's
real
okay.
quick. It says he
Yeah.
gave up 14 catches out of 272 coverage snaps.
Who's Sauce?
Yes, sir. That's what it says.
Yeah, I mean, I think Jet fans just it's
Sorry to
overblown. He
interrupt.
had it.
Pete,
No, you're
Pete,
good. It's a
Pete,
down year for him.
Pete, Pete,
He's the one that
Pete,
fetches the most
Pete.
draft
Yes.
capital. That's what it
Right,
is.
exactly. And Pete, you know what that didn't read off? How many penalties at the same time? It tells you how many
Okay.
catches was given up, but it doesn't say how many
How
penalties
many
were.
I bet you DJ Reed has more penalties than Sauce Gardner.
I bet you that's a lie.
No way. Go look it
I'll
up.
tell you
I
what
think
though.
they're even.
What
Last
was the
season,
carryover, June? Repeat it for me,
I,
please.
I, I think
The
I think last
penalties. Who
season.
had the more penalties? Who had the most penalties?
So if you go look
Sauce
at
or
last year's
DJ?
numbers, if you go look at last year's numbers, you'll see. I think we can all agree that L'Jarius Sneed was at least a top three corner
Absolutely,
last year.
absolutely.
He had he had millions of penalties last year, millions. I mean, he was getting flagged at least once a game, probably a couple times a game. So what? Like he's locking motherfuckers up, bro. So if Sauce is gonna continue to play at the level that he's playing, while and get penalized, and still only giving up 14 receptions, damn near 300 coverage snaps, you know,
And Widow, not to mention, out of that draft class and the cornerbacks from the past 4 or 5 years, you know what Sauce got over all these guys? He stays on the field, man. I think a lot of people are missing that point. And this dude don't miss games. He missed 2 games in 3 years, and people are on here complaining about penalties. Meanwhile, these other guys probably would have the same amount if they weren't out half the season or hitting IR once a year. Like, come on, bro. This dude doesn't hit IR as thin as he is. He's on the field all the time. Yeah, he doesn't get picks, and he'll get a penalty. Like,
Wait,
It's the fact that he's going to fetch the most.
my problem with Sauce will always be the effort in the run
wait,
game. That'll always be my issue with him.
wait.
The effort in the run game is
Hold
lacking.
on. This shit is crazy to me because we talking about Sauce. So don't worry about the penalties and don't worry about he don't want to tackle and don't worry about he can't tackle and
no,
don't worry about he can't pick up the ball.
Can I
What the
ask?
fuck are we
Wait,
talking about,
June,
man?
June,
What are we
June,
talking
June.
about?
Yesterday, well, I'm going to talk about this. The Jets secondary looked worse yesterday without Sauce,
You know
for
what's
sure.
funny?
They looked worse.
Wait. Check this out. You say they look worse when I say they look the same as they did last year. Because guess what? Last year, the Black Friday game, which Sauce and DJ played, both wide receivers had over 100 yards again. So what are
Yeah,
we talking about?
Hold on.
June. They couldn't make a completion that game. It's Tim Boyle. They
June.
had a pick six.
Okay, so
It was
what's the excuse?
dreadful.
What's the excuse
No
today?
pass
Both wide
rush.
receivers had over 100 years
No
again.
pass rush.
100 yards again. So what are we talking
Sauce
about?
wasn't in there.
Oh man, stop with this sore shit. Like he's doing something.
June, I'm not.
Hold on. We lost the pass rush. We have no pass rush this year.
Yeah,
So they
exactly.
got to cover longer.
Hector, they Hector, they didn't even hit Tua yesterday
I know.
once, and they
So
got a
these
penalty
guys,
for it.
how long can you cover any receiver for? You got to get the pass rush back to where it was. Last year, not only did we had Richardson, we had other guys, that were in there really hammering the quarterback. We lost all that.
Hey,
Hey,
to be fair, it's the Dolphins. They throw the ball super quick.
yes, they
We
do.
barely got sacks with the Dolphins.
Well,
So
wait a
Listen,
minute though. In that game, I understand what you're saying. You're right, James Cook. Like Tua's got a crazy release time,
he had
but
the fastest.
there are a lot of plays. There are a lot of plays where I'm seeing Tua shuffle around the pocket more than usual, and I'm like, are they
Yeah,
going to get
good point,
anybody at
Mark.
this guy?
They should have
Like he
given
had
him
a
a beach
lot of
chair. He
plays
could have
like
sat
that.
in a beach
So,
chair back there.
okay, so now
And he can't read
wait
progressions either.
wait
This guy, man.
wait wait
I'm
wait
sorry.
check it
Okay.
out. So
I was
now
wrong. It was
so,
24
so
receptions.
now what do we? So what is that saying about your line now with Quentin Williams? With
Well,
huh?
June, how about your boy Hassan Reddick?
Yeah,
Can we
talk
talk
about it.
about him
Look,
being a non-factor? And you want to sign him for a
Nothing.
multi-year, June? Do you
listen,
remember?
I wanted him in camp from the beginning, but being that he wasn't and he stayed out all this time, fuck it now. I mean, he's just not there. That's cool. But once again, and look, I can sit there and say, you know what? Fuck him. Don't even worry about him.
And
Can
not
can you guys sit there and say that shit about these Jet players? You guys are emotionally attached, and you don't you
All
want to
right,
keep every
wait.
fucking
All
body.
right, so wait.
Oh,
The Jets have lost 6 games this year, or by
Right,
6 or less
right,
points.
about one
So
possession.
okay, so to tell me if they didn't have a better coach that they wouldn't have won half of those games
Bro,
is mind-boggling. The
the
Jets.
whole
he,
shit
they have a
is
kicker.
put a
So the
like. I
Kicker's
kicker.
mean,
good.
All right,
bro,
can we? The June, man, this is crazy,
and
man.
it's
and
crazy because
no nobody's emotionally
we're
attached, man. But I'm
we're
just
all
saying if
Jet
you
fans, and but you guys want to keep the whole band. You want to keep the
I'm not
band together. I don't
June.
nobody
I'm
understand
wants
not
to
why,
keep
saying,
the band together, bro. But you want to trade good players. Like let's say you trade Sauce
bro.
and Garrett.
Right? No, no,
Let's
no,
say
no, no, no,
hold
no,
on.
no.
Let's say you get
You
a
just
first.
said it.
Let's say
You just said it.
let's say you
Don't
get
you just said
no.
it right
Let's
there,
say you get a first for Sauce and Garrett. Okay, boom, you get that. You draft whoever this year. Let's say we drafted the best player available. That's probably gonna be a wide receiver or the defensive tackle. Let's say we drafted DT. Now, 2026, we got these first round picks. We move all the way up for a quarterback. Bro, we're gonna have to fill in so many positions. Like, I don't think you're looking at this from the long haul. We won't have a wide receiver. We won't have a cornerback one. Brandon Eccles, all right, people wanna say talk about what he can do as a cornerback too. Imagine what he could do if he had better coaching. Like, bro, Brandon Eccles is not that. I don't understand where this narrative is coming from. What about your guy Stiggers? That's your guy, and he's nothing. Like, come
bro.
on, bro.
Listen to me
Hold
carefully.
yourself accountable about Jeremy Ruckert, please,
Oh,
please.
listen,
Hey,
June.
June.
Look,
listen,
grill marks, June.
listen. I stayed on the hill. I was wrong, but see, do you hear what I'm saying? I was wrong about Jeremy Rucker. Actually, I didn't say he was good, and Mark is my witness. I said he deserves more
My,
opportunities to let's
my,
see what he can
my,
do.
Don't make me
hey,
into
Excuse
this.
me, excuse me. Hold on, I'm sorry. Can I jump in here real
Mind y'all,
quick?
June was saying DJ
Can
Reed
I
will
jump
be
in here? I'm
phased
sorry.
out.
60 seconds.
Uh,
Hey,
Um,
Jones, real quick. Jones, I don't know if y'all can hear me.
Yep.
June,
What's
didn't you
up,
say he was
CJ?
going to be tight end one next year? I'm sorry. I just
That's
want
what.
to clarify.
I said they were going to give him the opportunity to be a tight end 1 year because
No, no,
they're
no, no, no,
not
no, no,
going to
sir.
re-sign
We're
Conklin.
not going to backtrack. We're not going to backtrack. You said he's going to be tight end one. Not a question. It was a statement, sir.
Yeah, yeah. If they still had the same staff, but now he's done. He's done. Took his
June,
foot
come
down.
on. There's no way Jeremy Rucker
Dude,
regress with this staff. He stunk to
listen,
begin with.
listen,
He was a project
listen.
coming
He
out
was a
of 20.
fucking project, and I said,
Project. Oh
But
gosh, I can't.
Hey, Peter, you called him a bum with him not even having a lot, having not
No,
having.
I
He
didn't
wasn't
call
even
him a
having
bum.
opportunities. What are you talking about? This year,
No,
this year's gotten opportunities and he's failed miserably. Which
June, I've seen it with my own eyes. He wasn't good to begin with.
All right, can I
It,
get in here, please?
yeah,
I
Mark,
think
Mark. What
yes.
before the season, June is up here saying DJ Reed will be phased out for Quantez Stiggers, and
okay?
now he's saying resign him. Like, come on,
Whoa,
Man, we're doing
wait, no,
receipts, huh?
no, bullshit. Whoa, hold on,
June, you didn't say
hold.
that. Say,
I didn't say no fucking resign fucking DJ Reed. You ain't never heard
June,
me say that.
you
When
haven't
did I
said that
say that?
before. I literally heard you on this
No,
app
you
say,
no, you didn't because everybody
"Oh,
here in this space know I don't want nobody fucking resign.
you said if Sauce is traded, I will bring back DJ Reed." Did you not say that before?
You did say
No,
that,
what,
June. I remember
bro?
it. I remember it
Oh my
exactly.
No,
gosh.
All right, can we give June a chance to catch his
bro.
breath,
I
please?
just sat
Okay.
there and said I like Eccles. I said, yo, re-sign Eccles. I ain't got no problem with that. He has a nose for the ball. I
But
don't
you
like
did say at
DJ
one
Reed
point, June, June,
like
you
that.
June, you did say at one point, if I was trading Sauce, I would re-sign DJ Reed.
Listen, listen. I understand you guys want to sit there and jump on me. That's cool, but at
Oh,
least say what's real. I did not. I'm not a fan of DJ. I'm not.
we've been recording these rooms now. It's
Yeah,
gonna be. I'm
find it.
concerned for you, June.
Yeah, I
I'm
appreciate it, brother. Find it.
all right. Look, the Brees Hall. I've been thinking about this because there's folks that want to get rid of everybody. All right, I'm not naming names.
Count
Right,
your
they want.
days,
They're
CB.
fine with equipment managers catching passes from Aaron Rodgers. Okay, they're cool with that scenario. I get it. All right, and then there's folks who want to really run it back. That they think that they could do it again with Rodgers, a new coach, and the rest of it. And they think it's the young talent should get a shot, and they just have a coaching problem, and let's see what the new coach can do. I've been thinking about Brees Hall in this one of the class. He's the toughest one for me in terms of this. Not Sauce, not Garrett, but Brees. And it's not because I think that Brees isn't a good player. The concern is that they did go ahead and draft 2 running backs, both of whom are good. What's more, running back is a young man's position, right? And how much salary you're going, and Pete could chime in on this and others, but like how much salary can you dedicate to do you want to dedicate to the running back position when there are other holes to fill? Those are the reasons why I think Brees Hall could be.
Well, can I add something,
And
Mark,
I
real
don't like
quick?
it. I want to say I don't like it because I like Brees, and I think I would not be surprised to see Brees play well in a team when he's not wearing, jet colors. But I think he's the guy. I think he's the guy that's on of that class. I think he's the guy on the chopping block. Not Jermaine Johnson, not Garrett, not Sauce.
Can I add something, Mark?
Sure,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, and then let Neek come in. Neek,
And
you
it's
come in after that.
me and Petey talked about it yesterday when his space collapsed, but nobody's talking about how bad AVT has been. We cannot
We
run the
own
ball
it.
to the right.
That's a good fucking
Our
point,
right
JB.
tackle, we need a right tackle. Get Moses back, and we need to draft a right tackle, and we need a right guard. AVT has fallen off a cliff. We can only run to the left side of the line. That's part
Yep.
of Brees's problems too. So
I
think
think
what you guys think.
JB. That's a terrific point. I like AVT, man. I feel like
No.
I don't want to make the same mistake that the Jets made with Mekhi Becton and make the same thing with AVT, which is you get a young player with potential, they get injured,
Well,
you get
Mark, I
Mark.
understand what you're saying,
you have
but
to take
how
your
much
hands
we're going
off.
to pay him to how much he's available and how much he's been hurting us this year? I don't think he's
Yeah,
worth
he's
it.
doing. They're paying him $15 million next year.
I don't think he's
That-
worth it.
It's a lot of
No.
money.
Hell fucking no. He's not worth
Well,
it.
they already brought him back. They committed to him for a year, so there's no
I
getting
would try
out
to
of that.
trade him.
Absolutely.
Let Neek come in here. Neek, you've been waiting.
What up, June?
What's going on with you, Nick?
All right, I'm going on mute. Get him, Neek.
No,
Here's
what?
my problem, right?
Come on.
Okay, we all saw old boy come in the Seahawks game and get that punt return.
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck was he not in the game yesterday? Why did we have Gibson? That's the only thing that was the true head scratcher.
He was back
I
for
saw
kickoffs.
I saw
He was
34. Yeah,
he was
34
back
was
there.
out there, but
He
I
just
think
not
they
on
put
punts.
Dave. Neek, I don't know if you're right about that, but I don't know if they put Davis on, but they should give the Xavier Gibson experiment should be phased out. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Like,
they should have got rid of him.
He should never made the team. Wait, let's be honest. He should never made the team. Clemens should never have made the team.
Uh,
It's quite a few players on this team that should have not. They should not even be on the NFL roster.
June Clemens should be protecting the locker room so nobody goes in there. That's all he's good for.
He should be the security guard. That's what he should be. Come on. Whole shit is a fucking joke.
so is
So,
getting rid of Sauce and Garrett.
bro, all you
It's
want to
not.
do is keep
It's
the.
not.
Wow.
It's
Or
not
you,
they can get
entirely
rid
wrong.
of
June's the
Nixon.
backup here.
listen to
Wow.
retool. You have to give up. You have to give up something to get
Hey,
some.
June. June, I have a question for you.
Talk to me.
Should we bust out the song?
Come on, Ground, give it to me.
All right, I gotta go get it because it's it, right? It's official. They're mathematically eliminated
Yeah,
as well, too, right?
absolutely.
It's
Unbelievable.
time,
Yeah,
man. It's time.
bottomed out.
Turn,
Unbelievable.
tear it down.
Wait, Jared. When did I call up the bottom out thing? How many? What was it? A month and a half, 2 months ago? I said it's gonna bottom out.
Yep.
And everybody in this fucking app went crazy when I said this shit. But guess what? It happened. Same shit about the kicker before this shit started. Yo, you guys are not concerned with the kicker? Nah, that
All right,
fucking
June.
grabbed the
June, hold
leg.
on.
What
Get in the
happened?
starting.
It bottomed out.
June, get in the starting blocks. Hold on. I'm gonna blow the starter's pistol right now, so you can take your victory lap.
I
Hold on.
appreciate that. Give it to me.
Ready?
Give it to me.
Bang.
All
Go.
right, here we go. I said the same fucking the very next day
Mark, text Mark.
after
Wait,
home.
wait,
Wait,
wait.
hold. I
June.
need my
Mark,
victory lap.
text me when this is over, Mark.
All right. No, I don't. I'll text you. Don't even worry about it. Before the fucking season started, I said, "Damn, Vrabel's available. Woody should get him in the office right now while he doesn't have many options. Because us going into the season with Salah, it's not going to work. That's one. Number two, I said, yo, the field goal kicker. Is anybody concerned with that? No. All right, he cost us 3 fucking games. I mean, what you guys want, man? I said we're gonna bottom out. Nah, you're not gonna bottom out. What? It happened. I mean, what you want? You know, I say shit that at first you might not like, but the shit start. It's real. Like it comes real, and then no one want to talk about it no
June, I
fucking
don't
more.
think they're blowing up the roster next year. There's no way.
Listen, no. See, I'm not saying
It
that's
would
what
be a
they're going
mistake.
to do. I'm saying that if the new coach comes in and he wants to have
Just ground playing craps.
if the new coach comes in and he wants to now. If the new coach comes in and he wants to get rid of it, there should be no restrictions on the roster for him. Am I wrong, Mark?
Am I back? Somebody muted. We're back.
I muted.
Okay.
Somebody was playing the Mets on.
June, I think, regardless of what folks have said about Joe Douglas, I think they have a roster. Like, they have talent. I think they have a coaching problem. And it was a coaching problem that was bad, and then they decided to fire the head coach and make it worse. And now they're losing more games than they did with Zach Wilson at quarterback. So,
Mark, looking
I
back, do
mean,
you think they should have fired Salah in the offseason?
Yes,
No, I'm asking Mark.
100%. Oh,
oh man,
Mark,
Well,
are you bleak?
Mark, you just said they have the coach. Yeah, it was bad and it got worse. So if it was
uh,
bad,
Wait a minute. You
well,
don't you didn't
honestly,
want to fire Salah?
all right. I think that if
Oh
they,
shit.
oh boy.
well, June, don't, June, you're in the water right now, and now
Oh
you're
shit.
grabbing, trying to pull me in.
Nah,
And
oh, I can't believe this shit. Really.
No,
look,
no,
I
I
think,
think it's me, Mark, not June.
well, Grant, I want to answer your question.
Okay.
Like, my opinion on it is, I I would have been all right if they'd fired Saul in the offseason and brought in a new staff that was more. I think I would have been all right with it. I mean, I would have had a lot of questions. But I think the better move would have been keep Saul in place and make
Mm.
significant changes to the offensive staff to match a new, like this new look of the offense. But again, that's hindsight 2020. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think at the time we were like, you know what, Rodgers is gonna fix the obvious deficiencies in Nathaniel Hackett. Maybe he'll bring the best out of Hackett. Maybe he'll, with Keith Carter, and we were very concerned about the offensive coaching staff going in. Keith Carter and the rest of them, Hackett included. So, plus Downing, honestly, and I don't know, Grant, if they would have fired him at the beginning of the season, I would have been all right with it. When they fired him after a 2-3 start, that's what we've been talking, like that's when I'm out on the team. I'm like, all right, this is a massive mistake. And there are folks who were changing their name to be they were so excited about it. Where are these people now? They haven't showed up to say, oh, yeah, maybe it was a mistake to fire the head coach when they did. No, everyone's gone back under the rug. They're talking about the draft. They talk about salary and whatever. They've moved on. They're not accountable for it. It was a massive mistake, in my opinion, to do it when they did it. But I mean, look at the record. Look at the stats. Look at the defense is 31st against the pass. Like what? Like the Jets were a defensive. I don't care how much people hate Robert Saleh. They were a defensive team under Robert Saleh, and at one point in the league, they were ranked second overall in team defense, and now it's 31st. So I don't know what to say, man. I think folks just hated the guy, but want to ignore the numbers, and that's fine if you want to ignore the numbers. Just be honest about it. That's all I'm saying.
Mark, did you see the thing? Did you post this? Who posted this? Oh yeah,
I
you
posted
did.
something, two things in the joke.
Yeah, the record when the Jets scored more than 20 points. That's all we talked about in the offseason, Mark.
Yep.
Sorry, I came back
He's right.
before this. I'm sorry, I came back before this combo was over about the other crap that was being talked about.
The point is that the post-Saleh Jets they're a joke.
But Mark, he wasn't going to be here anyway, Mark. Let's be real. He wasn't going to be here.
If they got a playoff berth, they would have ended up bringing him back.
They should have kept him until we were eliminated if they let him start the season. And that's that.
Yeah. Then just do that. Because what do you do? You're playing for draft capital? How's that worked out? How have teams that really how have teams that really played for the draft, how has that really worked out for their season and the rest moving forward? I don't know if it's great because you know what? It's the same boneheaded front office staff at scouting department that screwed the team up in the first place. I just don't know that it's, you know what I mean? I just don't. I'm not a fan of playing for the draft.
Well, sometimes you got to do it, man. Sometimes you got to do it.
But Jarek, tell me who the quarterback is. And look, tell me. Here's the thing: benefit of hindsight, right? Because it's 2020. Tell me now who the quarterback is that's worth it for the Jets to tank out and try and get a high pick. Who is the guy this year?
You know what? People are going to call me crazy for it, but I want to say I think it's Drew Aller.
Yep. Pair him with Jordan Travis. Let him sit behind Tyrod for a year.
It's Drew Aller. It's more because of his upside, man. 6'5", 245 pounds. He's a great talent. That's working in a shitty system.
Yeah, we need to get.
You don't like
June,
Milroe?
man.
No,
He's going back to school next year too. So
really,
who
yeah.
Milroe? No, Milroe. No, I don't know.
I thought I saw something yesterday that he's going back to school.
Well, he needs to be in the transfer portal. I refuse to take him back. I can't do it with him. Can't do it. Can't do it, Petey.
Yeah, but that's getting emotional.
I'm willing to tear it down at Alabama. I'm tear it down. Get everybody in the portal.
Yeah, but here's my thing again. Like, the coach like Vrabel, like, okay, I know I don't want Rex Ryan, but he said, what if there's a coach? What if Vrabel thinks he can win with these guys?
If he can win with Jalen, I'm telling you this right now, man. He is not playing. It's going to take him 3 years. I'm not joking about it.
Do you think Mike Vrabel's going to come in here and start all over with a quarterback right away? I don't think so, man.
Probably no.
You don't think he would start with Tyrod, Petey?
No, I don't. I mean,
you think he'll start with Aaron Rodgers?
Well, hey, boys, if Tyrod Taylor's our starter next year, by week 3, we got a rookie in there because he's going to get hurt.
Because he's going to get hurt.
He's going to get hurt.
Right.
What world are we living in? He's going to get hurt. He's not the answer. He's a backup. He's always constantly hurt.
I think it's more likely.
We got to get a bridge quarterback then. It's got to be Rodgers or somebody else. Who's the bridge guy?
Yeah, it's more likely that Rodgers.
Hey,
Mark,
stay with Rodgers.
Mark, I got a quick question.
Imagine if we had Winston. Oh my God.
Or Winston. Justin Fields or Winston.
Winston's a pick machine.
I would say Fields.
He's a pick machine, but he also throws a lot of fucking touchdowns.
Yeah, but
he would get booed out of that stadium so bad.
Mark, what do you think the Jets' record would be if Todd Downing was the play caller on offense?
That's a good question, brother.
That's a really good question.
That's a very good question.
I think that's a really good question, man.
Mm.
Downing has
I
definitely
think
been an
I think
upgrade.
Downing's worth two more wins. I think at least two more wins based off of
I would argue. I would argue it's more than that.
yeah.
I would argue that it's more than
That
that.
Denver game definitely.
And not because Browning is such a great play caller. I think Hackett was so terrible. If you look at all of the delay of game,
Mm,
the holding
Hmm.
penalties, the mistakes on offense, guys not running proper routes, missing blocking assignments, all of that stuff stems from the offensive preparation throughout the week. I think if you have Todd Downing in the beginning of the year, the offense may take a little bit of time, but it doesn't take 10 weeks. And Salah is still there. Like I don't think Salah is the coach that's gonna coach the Jets, was gonna coach the Jets into, the
The
promised
title. Yeah.
land, but he wasn't the main problem. He really wasn't. Like when your offense can't give you 16 to 17 points a game, you're losing games where where your defense is holding teams to 17, 20 points and you're losing those games.
Yeah.
That's horrible. Like I don't know how you expect a coach to win. And he was losing one score games or games where they were holding the opponent to 20 or less with Zach Wilson at quarterback.
Hackett
Yep.
and Keith Carter are the two worst coaches we have.
They lost to Denver 10-9, and now the Jet offense against Miami scored 26 points. And then the week preceding, how many did they score against Seattle?
21.
Yeah, like the offense is yeah, the offense isn't the problem. And I mean, and we are picking, and I'm not, there are some issues. Garrett Wilson flying open and like not getting hit, a handful of drops, which I don't put on Rodgers. Devontae Adams stepping out of bounds when he really should have helped kill clock. That's little stuff, but this offense is functioning with more flow and they're scoring more points. Now
I
it's
don't.
the
I
defense giving up
agree.
32 points.
Yep.
I don't have a big problem with Downing. I agree.
That's
Our
why.
special
Right.
teams has been horrible. Also, Boyer
I
needs
mean,
to go.
I don't think Downing's gonna. If Vrabel comes, I think there's a chance Downing stays. I don't think Hackett or Keith Carter's here under Vrabel. I
Yeah,
don't.
Keith Carter has to go. He's terrible. So
I
is
say
Brant Boyer.
run it back with Rodgers one more year and keep Devontae
You said run it back?
one more year. Yeah,
Come
because
on,
there's no
Oh,
options.
God.
you
What are the options? Only Justin Fields.
No.
Who would
Yeah,
you go
Jim
So
just
with?
wants
so
to run
so
the
so
ball.
so 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 so, so now you're gonna spread the cap hit over 2 years instead of just getting shit over with in
I
one
would
year.
I would see if I
Yeah,
could get Jameis. I want to get someone who can
Yeah,
help in
yeah,
the locker room.
yo, absolutely right.
I've been
Jameis
watching
or Justin
Jameis
Fields.
Yeah.
on YouTube all the
Yeah.
games. All he does is get picked off
All right. Yeah.
when the
Can I make
games.
him?
He's terrible.
Let me.
Oh, you,
Let me.
oh, you, oh,
Let
you
me.
can't. You've been watching on
Let me
YouTube.
do a
James,
Mark
James is
Torres
having a
here.
decent year.
But
He's
what's his
having a
record,
decent
June?
years.
What's the
Let me
record
do
with
a
him?
Mark Torres here. Can I say
good, Pete.
something, please?
Better
Uh,
than Rodgers this year.
no.
Yes, Peter.
Listen, and whatever. It's way too late. It's over. The season's over. But Rogers actually looked scramble and looked pretty good, man. I mean, it's over. Whatever. But that's if he could have moved like that before who knows? But I think he's starting to get his legs back. I do. And
I
it's
agree,
too
Pete,
late.
Speedy.
I'm
Yo,
going to say
so
something outlandish, and because June's been leading the charge on outlandish, I'm going to jump in here with this. I've been thinking about it. I think that if the Jets had started the season with Todd Downing as the play caller, they're a playoff team this year. I
Jeez.
think at a minimum I think they get to 10-7
Yeah. So
with
wait,
that.
Aaron Rodgers needs 1,000, and I believe it's 54 yards or 58 yards to get to 4,000. He's got to average 259 the last four games, and that'll be a. Who cares about the Jets record? But people just want to. I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. Whatever they
so
do, I'm gonna fan. So
JB, Hack, JB, PD, Mark. you guys want to run this shit back.
But
I'm
just think
not going to
about
be
it,
mad
June.
if they do.
I think you have to.
At
I
40
think
with an
you have
Achilles,
to, and you got to
Can't
shore up
believe
that line. This was supposed to be a running team, and Rodgers was supposed to be the leader, not be throwing the ball 30 times.
Yeah,
That
I
June
did
I
need a
don't
not
think you
better
have to. I
happen.
think
mentor.
That did not
He needs a
If
happen.
better
if they
mentor for a
run
young
this
quarterback.
fucking team back, I refuse to fucking root for them next year. Ain't no fucking way. This is bullshit.
You'll have
I'm
to
so
watch the
tired of
Jets
this
history with
bullshit.
Hector.
June got the hard hat
No
on.
Yo,
fucking
wait,
way.
hold
June got
on,
the
hold
hard hat
on,
Ain't
on.
no
June.
fucking way.
June, I ask you now to subtract that because people are already taking
I,
receipts
I
on you
don't
for
even
what you
get.
said.
Listen,
So,
listen, listen, listen. Just as long as they get the right receipt. This one right here, I will sign this receipt. They bring this fucking team back with Aaron Rodgers. I'm
but
not
what?
rooting
But
next
all
year
right,
for the Jets.
but
I'm
All
what's
right,
the
not
what?
doing
dude.
it.
But what's the thing if they do bring him back? So you're out.
Like, come on, man. Like,
He's
yo,
turning his
like,
headset in,
yo,
Petey.
are we kidding each other? Like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, yo, bro, yo, you see the locker room is damn near fractured because people on defense are not liking what
it's
Rodgers
like
is
running
saying.
into a brick
Like,
Wow.
wall,
come
June.
on, man.
Wow,
It's like
did
What
you
are
running
we
into
guys
a brick
talking
wall.
about?
wait? Did you guys hear this stat? Garrett Wilson caught 4 or 6 targets against Jalen Ramsey as the nearest defender in Week 14, totaling the most receiving yards allowed by Ramsey as the nearest defender since 2017.
Oh,
Ramsey was on skates
yeah,
yesterday, he
yeah.
didn't have no
That's what's
idea.
up. Yeah. Who gives a fuck? We lost.
You
Just,
This
know
shit
what,
is
just
June?
crazy,
When you're
man.
looking at
June,
that size of
June.
Garrett
You know why,
Wilson,
This
June?
shit is crazy,
June. You know
bro.
why I read that? And Mark put it up, but Mark didn't communicate with me. And this is not scripted, June, because Garrett Wilson is a number one.
He's
Keep
a
Garrett Wilson.
1B.
Keep
Petey, June's
Garrett
the one that
Wilson.
tear
He's a
down because
1B.
Johnny Hector left.
June, I want you to listen to the Wu Tang song "Keep Watch." Okay,
Yo, he's a 1B.
wait a minute. I see Dolphin fans laughing at this. Were you guys laughing when Ramsey was getting cooked yesterday
Mark, you're gonna
by
round
Garrett?
him up.
And
Mark,
they didn't even hit him
Mark,
for he was open more than he got targeted.
Mark,
Garrett Wilson, man. He had a great game.
Mark, I put tweets out yesterday. I'm like, I didn't hear from one Dolphin fan all game, really. And I knew the taunts were coming after. I knew they were going to lose the Jets, but you
Yeah,
can't
my
Well,
brag about beating the Jets
Petey,
in overtime.
they're not even going to make
no.
the playoffs. So I don't even know why they're laughing. You're not making the playoffs.
if they do, they're one and done.
They're not making the playoffs.
As soon as it gets cold, that defense folds.
Well, they have a weather. Well,
I
That was
like
a
look,
that
nice
one.
one.
I like that one. I like that one.
look, they have all right. Just being taking whatever the rivalry and smoke aside, like they have a weather problem. I think the difference will be if if their defense can start to come alive because their offense is starting to show signs of life with Tua returning, right? Like if the defense could start to play, but man, that weather problem, like it gets to the point where if I were doing like I don't gamble, but if they were doing like pick pools for Miami, like they're the only team I have to look at the weather report before I could make a pick on if the team will win or not. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gotten to that extent.
It's
N-
sad.
With
So
the Jets,
uh
back to
What core do they
coaching.
have also, other
We
than
about say June. We can look at the Dolphins. Look how they're going to be next year.
Right.
All that
Cat,
all that
right?
money
cat
paid
fucked up, right?
What shape
is
are they in?
tied. That money is tied, man.
It's completely fucked up.
A
Like
new
I said,
coach helps the Jets immensely. We all
yeah,
know that.
yeah,
We have
yeah,
no
yeah.
unit that has not been terrible this year. Special teams suck.
and can you
Okay,
That's
believe
another
that there's
thing
still
too.
fans that want to eject players off the team when the coaching is this bad? Can you believe that? I
hey,
can't.
hey,
Brant Boyer's time
Yeah,
needs to go.
yeah, June.
I'm about to ask. I'm about to say your names, and you guys tell me is he worth keeping or not?
Right.
Quentin Williams.
I'm asking for. I'm answering first. Yes.
Yes.
See, I know you're gonna always lead.
Go ahead.
Every name you're gonna say,
Come
you're gonna
on.
say yes to every name I'm saying
No.
right.
Go ahead. Hello.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sherwood.
Yes. Him.
Yes.
Yes.
Resign.
Okay. CJ Mosley.
No,
Right.
let him
Probably
go.
no.
He
No. But
retires this year.
no.
DJ
So
Reed.
No.
no.
Right.
Uh, what's his name? Boney Adams.
No,
No.
No,
he
he
said
was the
Boney
cheap
Adams.
safety. No,
Okay.
Hey, June, how about this question? Jeremy Rucker.
no.
No, no, no,
Yeah.
no, no,
Okay.
no. Get him out of there.
Ashton Davis.
Hey, our
Oh
whole
my
safety
God.
room needs to
Tomlin
go.
Brandon
too.
Everybody's favorite
Brandon
Clemens.
Neat,
Eccles.
get him,
Brandon
neat.
Eccles.
Neat,
Yes, you
He's
got to
Ashton
get him.
have depth.
Davis.
Eccles has starting experience. You got
Yes,
to keep him.
I would bring Eccles
Clemens.
back.
okay.
Clemens.
No,
AVT. AVT.
No,
Tailback.
No.
trade, trade.
fine, but I'm not trading AVT because you
See,
got
I'm
to
not
absorb
trading
all that
AVT.
cap.
It's a
But
Well,
because
bro,
June,
it's
he's
a
I'm
year
see,
off injury. Let's see how he does next year. Let's not
He'll
just
get
quit
hurt
like we
next
did
year.
with
He's
Becton.
injured
We got to
every
cut bait
year,
with him.
though.
no.
yo, this is wild,
Becton.
man.
Let me explain something to you. Becton isn't. It's not that Becton learned shit. It's Becton. Becton is a big piece of fucking shit. That's what he is.
And they moved
So,
him to a
so,
different
so
position. They moved
right,
him to
right,
guard.
right, right, right. They move him to guard, and boom, he still take up space. So it's hard. Like he's the same fucking player. They just moved him at guard. The guy
All
who
right.
he can't
So
move. He's
so
AVT is
fucking feet
trade.
B
is a
But
cement.
he
B
opens up
so he
holes.
said BPOFS is how he referred to Makai Becton. That's what
Yeah,
Jim.
big piece of shit.
All
That's
right.
Right.
LFS. All right. So
I bet you Makai Becton is
wow.
in consider. Do you think Becton will make a Pro
hell
Bowl this year,
fucking no. No.
bro? He's been
I read an
really
He's
good,
article.
been
man.
really big. He doesn't really do shit. He just takes up space.
June, he gets to the second level
And
at
Oh, man,
corner
PD.
when
this
you
fucking
flatten
guy
him.
doesn't do that shit,
Petey,
man.
what if we keep AVT and he gets hurt next year? I mean, every
Oh
year,
shit.
Then we're
Everybody
every
gets
screwed.
hurt in
year.
You
football.
paid him
No.
for nothing. You got to get rid of him. You got to
Can
get.
He's got
can
to
Fine.
I
go.
You got to go. He's got to go.
can I
You
can I
gotta get
ask a
rid of him.
question in my own space? Can I talk to Kenny for a second? Good morning, Mr.
What
Soto.
up, Ken?
How What's are you? going on? I slept good last night with that signing, that's for sure.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
Mark will be on mute now. Mark, go
I'm
take a
going
nap
on
for
mute
a minute.
too.
And
Move
all the
over, Mark.
a lot of Yankee fans saying Soto can't catch the ball. All right, they forget. I said Yeah,
Oh,
that too as a
oh,
Met fan. They forget who dropped the ball in Game 5 of the World Series. Oh, was that Aaron Judge? I don't know. You gotta let me. I gotta go back and check. But listen, getting back. Hold on, Kenny. I gotta make a stop. You gotta, you gotta make a stop. Uh, listen, getting back to the disgraced football team, and that's what they are, a fucking disgrace. Basically, nobody's safe. You asked about Quinton Williams. I want him out of here. He's the second coming of Muhammad Wilkerson, and and no slight to Muhammad, who's a very close friend of mine, but that's he shows up one play a game. He doesn't, you don't wreck the game. Another guy, Will McDonald. All right, where's that smoke screen? Come on, another guy that shows up once every 5 games and gets 2 or 3 sacks a game and then disappears.
I'd get rid
You
of
got to
Kinlaw
have
before anybody
consistency.
else.
Yes.
I'm talking about Jet players that we drafted. I'm talking about Kinlaw. Kinlaw is just a piece of shit.
Well,
Kinlaw.
who would you
You
keep we
know
drafted, Kenny?
what was that?
Who would you keep that we've drafted?
I still obviously Garrett. You guys hear me? Obviously Garrett Wilson. Sorry, I had a call.
How about
Yeah,
Brees?
obviously Garrett Wilson.
Hello?
I keep
Yeah, we
I
hear you,
keep
Pete.
Brees. I keep Brees. I know this kid Davis looked good, but let's not get caught
Right.
up with that yet. I'm going to throw a name out there that everybody thought was great. Bam Knight, remember him? So so let's not get too crazy yet. Uh, but anybody on defense, anybody,
So you're saying
I don't care if they got rid of all of them
flip the whole
because
defense?
Sherwood. Listen, Sherwood played good. Sherwood played good. You know why he played good? Because he's fighting for a job. There's a lot of guys on this team that are just there for a paycheck right now. This kid, this kid's fighting right now for a job next year.
Yeah, he's in a contract year.
Yeah. So the listen, nobody's safe. Offensively, I don't want nobody back. I want a whole new coaching staff. I don't want to hear about Downing. He fucked up a lot of plays yesterday. There were a lot of second and twos, third and twos where they're lining up in shotgun. That. I hate that. Just run That the I ball do down hate. their throat. Braylon Allen was showing that he could get the short yards.
Even at the end of the game, when Devontae caught the ball, that ball should have been nowhere near a sideline. I'm not sure. I didn't even look at the replay if Devontae could have stayed in bounds and they kicked a field goal with no time left. But you got to know. The coaches got to know where you're at with the clock. The Jets were running around like chickens without heads, thinking that they were losing, and they had to get two scores instead of one. So I don't want none of these coaching back. And you know what?
Did anybody notice Ulbrich after the
Yeah,
touchdown put his headset back
yeah,
on?
yeah. I don't know if he thought the game was over, or I don't know
Well,
if
you know what I thought when that happened,
what
Kenny? I thought, oh,
Smith.
no, maybe the ball hit the ground
Yeah,
because I'm like,
yeah,
what? Why are they doing that?
Doesn't know
yeah.
what
He's
he's
got to
doing.
know the rules. So it's maybe who knows? It's picking up for Ken. It's
He
basically
when he put his
basically
when he put his headset back on, I looked at my cousin. I said, "You see, he doesn't even know the game is over."
Exactly.
yeah. He was like in shock. But maybe if he would have coached right, they would have won the goddamn game. And getting to the point of keeping Rodgers, I don't think they have a choice with salary cap ramifications. I don't think they got a choice. And you know what? If they can go draft a quarterback in the second round, or maybe who knows with this kid Jordan Travis? The kid was good at Florida State.
Kenny,
Who knows
I
what
don't
he
want to see
is?
a rookie quarterback anyway. I'd rather
You know what,
sit the
man?
guy. You
Well,
know.
we
Kenny,
got to get our own
Kenny,
quarterback. We got
Kenny,
to get our own sooner or
Kenny,
later.
No, but Kenny, I don't want to start him.
Kenny,
I'd rather
Well,
start
that's why.
rather start
That's why
Aaron.
if you draft one, you bring Rodgers back. That's the only thing. That's the only reason
Hey,
why.
Kenny, let me say this to
I
you.
agree.
By you saying that you're gonna bring back Rogers, now you just cut down some of your coaching candidates. You know that, right?
Well, we don't know that. We don't know what Vrabel's thinking. We have no clue.
Correct.
Dude, I
Listen,
think a lot of coaches
I'm
would
gonna leave it
rather
up.
start Rodgers than a
To.
rookie.
I'm gonna leave it up to the new coach and the new GM. If the Jets are really hot on a coach and he says, "Yeah, I'll take the job, but I don't want Rodgers here," then you hire that coach. That's what you got to do. You got to finally listen to the people you're bringing in, not Rodgers. That's what they have to do.
But that
So
means you're
listen,
giving us a year of Tyrod, though. Because here's the all
Right.
right.
not
Can I take a step
necessarily,
back? Can I take a step back for
not
a second?
necessarily.
The Jets have a chance right now to do something that they never do and never get right, which is draft a quarterback and sit that quarterback behind a veteran starter.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have quarterbacks in the league that manage to figure it out. They start and then they make their way through. And we're seeing between Daniels and Bo Nix, like we're seeing some guys do it, but the percentage chance that those quarterbacks are going to be successful if they're a rookie and you start them year one, I think you decrease their ability to
Yes.
have a shot. The Jets
Absolutely.
have a shot here to do it the right way for once
With two
in a really long
quarterbacks,
time.
Travis and a rookie. We could have two
Yeah,
of them
but
do it.
Mark, those
I,
quarterbacks you mentioned, they have good offensive coordinators.
I think a lot of
I think that helps
coaches
Went
too.
to.
would
Yeah, I agree.
rather play Rodgers than a rookie. A lot of them.
Well, it depends who they draft. I'm not
It,
sure.
it
Listen,
it's
and I'm a big fan of the kid out of Syracuse. I'm a
Common
big fan
Core.
of McCord.
Mm.
They could probably he might go late first round, early second round. They got him targeted.
Drew Aller, Penn
Uh,
State's the one I
What's
like.
his
I, I
yeah,
name?
I I I really think that Drew Aller is going to be he's going to come in.
I'm not a big fan of any Penn State quarterback.
I mean, yeah, but we
Not
can't.
any.
But we can't be fan of Cal McCord's playing. He's playing in an air raid system. He's playing it.
Well, but he's a pocket passer. That's what the NFL. That's
So,
what I want.
so is Drew Aller, and he's playing in a pro style system.
Yeah, but you know what though? But Penn State, we've been scarred with Penn State picks that I just have no faith in anybody coming out of Penn State.
Well,
Blair
Go
Hackenberg
Blair
was a
Thomas.
going
joke.
back to
You
Blair
get it, Blair
Thomas.
Thomas. I
Yeah,
already knew
yeah.
it.
Oh, what about the great Hackenberg?
Oh
That
Christian
was
my
Hackenberg.
God.
famous. Oh,
Wait, how about this? Wait. How about this draft buzz? Kajana Carter.
Kajana
Anybody heard of
Carter.
Wow.
him?
Yep.
Kyle Brady.
Anybody coming out of Penn State? Yeah,
Hey,
Kyle
nah,
Brady.
LeVar Arrington was really good.
Yeah, but
Well,
listen, even a broken clock is right twice a day. But Jets and Penn State draft picks. I
oh
just
shit.
cringe.
That's funny.
I cringe.
I mean,
So,
look, fucking Olu.
well, he is playing well. I got to give the kid credit. He's playing well.
And
You
it
can't
looks
run
like we
block
got
though,
something
Kenny.
there.
That's the part of this game that needs
Yeah,
work.
but
And
well,
Mark,
that'll
I don't
come.
know about that
Nah,
though,
he looked
Mark.
good yesterday. He looked
He's
good.
gonna be he needs time, man. He's a rookie.
Pete, I'm
Let him
not
play.
beating
Look,
him up. He needs
all right,
coaching.
Mark. All right, Mark. So how about Patrick Paul playing yesterday? Second round
Mm,
pick or whatever he is on the
yeah,
Dolphins. They ran the
yeah,
ball.
he
Because
looked
why?
good.
Oh,
They have a good offensive
He looked
Pete,
system.
they
good.
also
Uh,
have Hill, Waddle, and they're a
So
significant
the Jet,
passing threat. No
uh,
one's worried
Mark, the
about.
Jets have Devontae Adams and Garrett Wilson.
Oh,
Yeah,
Sorry.
But Petey,
I mean,
but Petey, I mean, both offense. I mean, they have different philosophies. The Dolphins are reliant on getting the ball out as quick as possible
fast.
because
Yeah,
that fits to a
but
skill set.
but Jarek, yesterday, if you watch the game, I'm not saying that wisely. Tua was shuffling his feet a lot. Jarek, you could have made throws yesterday. That's how much time he had. The Jets didn't get a finger on this guy all game.
his
They
jersey
had
was
no
clean
pressures.
at
They
the end of the
play
Wait,
with.
game.
They don't play with that. They
wait. You mean to tell me Quentin Williams, bringing back Williams, didn't get no pressure on nobody?
Say
No,
Reddick first,
June, he
June.
didn't.
Don't talk about Quinton until you talk about Reddick, June.
So what?
Oh,
You want to trade
he's
Quinnen
such
and
a
take
fucking
all
ass,
this
bro.
dead? All right. So if June, if you're blowing it up, you're going to be over $100 million in dead money if you start trading Quinnen Williams. If they move on from Rogers, Lazard, Mosley, and the other guy Adams, it's like with all the dead money now, it's going to be like 90
Okay,
million.
get this shit over
It's a
with.
lot of
Yo, get
money.
this shit over with. Get it over with.
No,
Take
June,
the band-aid
no,
off
can't.
now.
They can't do that.
they're not gonna rip the team up. No way, completely. There's no way they're doing it.
Pete, can I ask you a money
A
question about
losing
Rogers?
franchise.
It's wait. Can you say when you ask a money question? Can you say? Can I ask you a Soto question?
Oh
Or
wow.
Here we fuck. You hear this?
I'm not bringing up baseball, Pete. Not in
Meth
any
fam, what
room.
up, Meth
Petey, y'all better
fans?
go to the.
Welcome to the space.
Y'all better win the finals the way I talk about Juan Soto.
Oh,
Derek,
now
Oh, here
you
we
The way
know
go.
y'all
what?
talk about
Jerry,
Juan
Now
Soto, y'all
let's
better
Jay,
be
go.
Jay.
respectful.
Sorry,
Hey,
Mark.
Jay, they don't have pitching and they don't have a bat
Now,
to protect
yeah.
Soto
Oh
in the
yeah,
lineup.
yeah. I
Yeah,
know.
yeah, Mark.
Yeah, we don't
Continue.
have a bat.
Continue.
Yeah, but wait. Hold on here. Let's be real, okay? Met fans used to feel this way about the Yankees and get angry because of all the money they spend. Now the Mets finally have an owner that'll spend money, and you know what? Now it's our
They
turn.
fleeced you.
Who fleeced who?
15 fucking years, bro. 51
June, the
million.
Yankees offered six. June, they offered the Yankees offered 16 years. 16. They offered them more
Good morning,
years.
guys.
Yeah, but for less money.
Yeah, dude. Like what was it?
Let's
765
Are you
million
fucking
dollars.
kidding me? Like, come on, man.
The
All
Yankees
right.
offered him 750. Go ahead,
I heard
Augustine. Good
Augustine.
morning.
Go
Good
ahead.
morning, guys.
Good
You
morning.
know, I'm a Yankee fan. I'm mad at Soto not coming back, but hey, it is what it is. Now, I
Right.
just want to congratulate the Mets on getting Bobby Bonilla 2.0.
Wait, hold on here. Bobby Bonilla 2.0. Actually, he doesn't
Hey
have
yo,
deferred money, number
yo,
one.
that was a good one, Augustine. I see you, brother. I like that one.
Yo, can I just say one
I
thing? The
see you too,
Yankee hate
dude.
is real today. It's real.
Yeah, but they
Fucking
Right,
did
Kenny?
2.0.
Kenny, the Yankee
Oh,
hate
they're
is
coming
real
out.
today, huh?
Oh, if the
This
Yankees
guy,
would have
though,
signed
I'll
Soto,
tell you.
they would have been tooting
Hey,
their
Ground,
horn.
This
that shit
guy,
was
But
this
They
funny.
guy,
would have
though.
been
I'll tell
rubbing
you
finally,
it
the
this.
in.
I'll
Mets
tell
Met,
came
you
to
this,
the
though,
fight with
June.
a gun, not a water
Petey,
pistol.
This
Petey,
guy's a great
y'all,
hitter.
y'all gave
He
Juan
would,
Soto
he
a
would be a great
Shohei
player.
Otani contract.
This guy
Give
would be
him
a
a
great
Shohei
hitter in
Otani
any
contract.
era. This guy he's a contact power hitter. This guy's a
the
great
Mets
He's
player.
have the
very
better team,
good,
period. The
but you
Mets
need
have
it.
the better team, period.
Yeah,
But you need it. But
all right,
you need a
yeah.
bat in the lineup to protect him. Otherwise, they're
Hold
not going
on.
to pitch
right.
to him.
He's very
Yeah,
good, but
well,
Vientos
he's
is
not
an
Shohei
upcoming
Otani.
star. You forget.
You paid that man like
Exactly. Say it
well,
again. Say it
first Hall of
again, bro.
Famer.
hold on. Wait.
June,
Let me just say
we
what
have a
it's.
lot of money, and we got a farm
Yep.
system, and we have the better team. Yankees go cry.
And he let.
You
Yeah,
don't have no
listen.
pitching.
There's only. Yes,
Your
we do.
pitching
Neither do the
is
Yankees. They only have Garrett
your
Cole.
pitching is ex Yankees Severino. Are you fucking kidding me?
He's
Severino's gone.
gone. They signed him for a year. He's
Okay,
gone. He
so who's
already
your pitching?
signed. Kodai Senga.
What the fuck?
Get the
Hopefully
fuck
Sean
out of here.
Peter,
Mania.
Stop,
Peterson,
man.
Peterson is better. Peterson is better than anybody on the Yankees
They want
except
to
for
turn
Cole.
Clay Holmes into starter, so that's what you want to know about the Mets.
Yo,
All right.
that's
Can
Yes.
funny.
I?
Yo,
He not
Yankee.
lying. Yo, that's some
Yes.
funny
Wait,
shit.
Mark. I want to hold on, June. 1 second. We have like 15, 20 minutes left. Mark's only in here now 1 day a week usually. And I want people to hear from Mark because he's so great and
Wow.
everybody loves Mark. So
Can I interrupt this
To
segment
hell
about
with that
pickleball
guy.
to ask a Jets question,
yes,
please?
actually segment real quick, guys. We're on YouTube, so right now live. So you're being heard on YouTube and on X. If you could subscribe to Jets Commute on YouTube, we'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Come on, Mr.
Excellent.
Torres.
All right.
Mark, could you block me, Mark, so I can get thrown out of this space?
Oh man. Let me. That's a
Kenny,
premium list, Kenny.
Ken, Kenny,
I like it,
stop.
Kenny.
All right, all right.
That's great. Let's see. So I have a money question about Rodgers because for folks that don't want to run it back with him next year,
Please,
because you're
no.
saying that the money is the problem and the cap hit and it hurts the team more over the long haul. I don't understand all that. But someone explain to me how the cap hit changes and how the Jets are, if the Jets are further screwed if they run it back with Rodgers next year from a money perspective. That's my.
Okay. So you want to hear that? All right. If the Jets cut loose with him post June 2nd, then that's the $49 million goes against the cap. If the Jets shoot,
No, it's
it,
before
this is
June
what I just
1st.
said.
It's
I
49
just said
million.
it's
Oh,
49.
all right.
Now, now,
Okay.
now, if the Jets continue to have him, then that's 14 million that year, and then plus you kick the remaining balance to the next year. Why? Why would you do this shit? If you're a brand new fucking coach, you trying to get your team going. Why? Doesn't make sense.
All right, Pete, do you agree with that? What you said?
Yeah, I'm torn about it because listen, and call me crazy, but seeing yesterday, I still think Rodgers has
Oh
juice in the
my
tank.
fucking god. He gets older,
I'm just
not better.
saying. Okay, okay, I'm not, but I think he's the better option than Tyrod Taylor if that's the way they're going to go next
Well,
year.
hey, Mark. So money related, right? Who do you guys have coming off a contract that you need to re-sign next year?
DJ Reed, which he's not coming back. Jamie and Sherwood, who they'll
Okay.
probably. Quincy Williams is probably going to want a new deal.
Right.
Brees Hall's in his
Brees
last
Hall.
year. You're going to
Then
have
you can
to.
also open up. You can also open up contract negotiations with Sauce and DJ
Yep.
Correct.
And
Reed
Garrett
and Jermaine
Wilson
Johnson because
You
they're your
and
first round
Ginger.
pick.
Yep.
not DJ Reed.
You also have to take their 5th-year options, which will that's a hard number. There's no cap relief for that. So
Nope. You're right.
if you
It,
take their if you take their 5th-year options, you take all three of those guys 5th-year options. I'm not saying that you do, but if you were to, let's just say you take Sauce and Garrett Wilson, that's going to easily be about $40 million of payroll.
correct.
Right.
And it's
So
all
somewhere around there,
guaranteed.
like yeah, maybe it's a little less. So let's say 35, maybe 17, around 17, 18 for each guy. Um, and then whatever his dead cap, Rogers' dead cap
The
money
second year,
is, that money
35.
hits. If you no, no, I'm not talking about a post June 1 because that spreads it over 2 years. I'm talking about taking all of
Right.
it now.
Best thing you can do.
How much would that be?
49.
49. All right, so that's 80. That's like 80. That's like $80 million of cap.
I haven't seen him
80,
coming. You?
80, 80, yeah, 80, $85 million of cap on three players. One of them who you're not even going to have on the roster. You still need to
Mm-hmm.
replace Tyron Smith. You still need to bring back Morgan Moses. You still need to sign Sherwood. That's a lot of money.
Yep.
And the cap next year is probably going to be around 270, 275.
It's going up like
Because what
10 to 20 million. Yep.
Yeah, so it's like 15, it's like 255 this year, I believe it was. 254, something like that. So even if you add 20, you add 274. You just knocked 80 off. You still have $20 million to spread around, the other 50 players on the roster. That's a lot.
Well, I don't know if Moses.
That's a big ask.
Yeah, I just don't know if Moses comes back. I think they're drafting a right tackle. Would be my guess. I don't think Carter Warren is it. Neither is Max Mitchell, so they don't have an answer there. But yeah, go ahead.
Right. So Mark, the point is like if you're going to totally flip if the move from the new GM is we're gonna get younger on offensive line, we're gonna get younger, in different parts of the roster. I wouldn't even bring Rodgers back. I would just get rid of it now. But that would mean that you may have to cut ties with a Brees Hall or a Jermaine Johnson and not re-sign those guys. Is that something that as Jets fans, would you be willing to do in order to go into
Not
2026
Petey.
with
Not
your
Not
Jermaine.
Petey.
full
Not Petey.
It
your full
See?
cap,
depends.
See?
your full cap, your draft picks, and a young roster with a year under its belt, looking for a quarterback in
Not Petey.
2026?
But no matter what I want, it doesn't matter. I want to hear what the envision of the owner and the new GM is. I want to hear it from
Well,
them.
all we know is something has to go. Like something
Right.
valuable
Right.
go.
You can't sign everybody and everybody can't go with you, bro. Some money has
But
to
it's
be
a lot
left
of
behind.
pieces
Yeah,
that's going to
The
go
whole
anyway, Joe.
coaching staff
You
has to
look,
go.
hey
yeah,
Nick, you
but
already
I'm
know I
not
know.
saying keep JJ. I didn't say I'm not saying sign JJ to a huge extension. They may not renew his 5th-year option. We'll know in
But
May.
you want to bring
We'll
but you
know.
want to bring him back, don't you, Petey?
Who,
Dude,
JJ?
Yeah.
you want the
Yes.
second string
See what I
water
mean?
boy
See
catching
what I mean?
passes, not even the starter.
Yeah, no, Mark. June wants Pierre Desir and Lamar Jackson at
And
corner.
Stigger's playing meaningful reps. Come on,
Well, well,
man.
well, well, Mark. Well, Mark. If you do that, you know what that's going to get you? That's going to get you the first pick in the draft.
There you go.
Great. So now we're
No, it's
playing
not.
for picks.
No, it's
How
not.
effective is that?
So you're throwing the
What you
whole
mean?
year away.
What you mean?
The
You
team
get the
with the worst
quarterback.
record is going to take Manning, and they're not giving that up. We can have 6 number 1 picks.
That's a
The
fact.
team that has the worst record will take Manning.
Eh,
Nobody's
Well,
giving that up.
Correct.
So if
oh
we
look,
want to do it,
if you
just
have
you
nothing but
got to.
water boys, if you got nothing
look.
but water boys playing, that's going to get you the first
That's
pick.
a different story. That means you do
Hey
you
Hack.
do
Does.
Hey,
June and
hey,
you go atomic nuclear and get rid of everybody.
hey, Hack. You know
Yeah.
what? That's a very good point, and which is the reason why I say now you have to take the quarterback now because you're not going to get close to that next year, and there's going to be so many people just mortgaging the farm to get to him that
Right.
Yeah.
you're not going to have a chance. So
Here's
that
the problem we have now. The first 2 teams, the Giants and the Raiders, are taking the quarterbacks. So
but
who
All right.
possibly after those 2 do we think that we want to
Drew,
invest that
Drew
much?
Aller.
Drew
now
Aller.
look,
I'm telling you,
see,
Drew Aller's gonna climb up boards.
Rich
I guarantee you, he's gonna climb.
Rich Samini said if we lose out the rest of the games because the strength of schedule and everything, we will end up as number 2.
He's predicting that they lose out, by the way. He posted right after the game.
Really?
He said the Jets won't win another game this year.
I think he hates his team
Jacksonville.
like June.
I think we beat Jacksonville. I hate it. And this would be a see, we don't know how to tank. The last time we played Jacksonville,
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
but
it was a
guys, hold
meaningless
on.
game and we beat
Whoa.
them.
Wait a minute. Wait a
no,
minute.
no. That was the
For
Rams.
everyone about the tank, June, hold on. This tank, look, playing for tanking, I'm sorry. It's just,
Come
I'm out
No,
on
on,
it.
you're
come
playing
I'm
for
out
a
on,
on that.
That's
Mark,
your
quarterback.
I'm
Mark,
pussy
just,
when you
Playing
Mark.
for a
go.
Come on,
quarterback,
Mark.
Mark.
What the fuck, Mark?
Playing for a
Why?
let me
quarterback, not
explain
about
why
tanking.
tanking is never, look, if the Jets had tanked and got whatever Trevor Lawrence, do you really think, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'd be
for a
happy.
quarterback,
I'd be happy if
oh,
Trevor Lawrence. He's still young,
I don't know. I don't
you
know.
know.
I'm just saying, look, I think it's a better, instead of cutting everybody and starting from scratch, a full tear it down, like June is saying, I think the wiser move is you get the coach in here, you get the GM and the coach in here, you evaluate the talent, you go into retool mode and say, okay, what's really the gap here, and get to a sound drafting philosophy and start to build it, as opposed to, because now this whole 1 year window of, oh man, they really are all in, they're trying to do it, that shit is over. Like, that's ended.
You said
It ended this year.
you said retool or rebuild.
No, I think they need to retool. I
Oh,
think at this point they do a roster analysis. They look at the cash and say, and I'm not going to disagree that they need to eject a valuable piece off the team.
Yeah.
Just for
Okay.
more because of
Okay.
it's tough to sign everybody. That's the part. But let's not act like this team has some holes. I don't think it's as bad as some folks are making it out to be. I think they need some key contributors. Right tackle's at the top of my list
Yes.
on that. They
Yes.
don't have the
Yes.
right tackle, the starting right tackle on the roster.
Right tackle and right guard.
Right guard.
Right guard. Right tackle.
Yeah.
But AVT is
Oh, here we
playing
go
next
with the
year.
He
AVT
can't
shit. Bring him back.
stay
Bring him back.
healthy. He
Bring him
can't
back.
stay healthy.
But okay, so June, who's going to take AVT? What do you give him up for? A fifth round pick?
Isn't
And just get
AVT?
rid of him
Hold on a second.
and cut? It's just an awful. I'm
You know,
sorry,
Pete,
that's an awful
is
why
it
roster
not? Why not
management.
take the fifth round
AVT?
pick?
Why
Let him
not?
Let me
take it.
say two things.
Well, for okay, go ahead,
I
Mark.
want to say two things about AVT. Number one, isn't this guy this is his first year off Achilles? True or false?
Yep. Yeah, it'll take him a full year to get back. He'll be
Okay,
fine
that's
next
number
year. I
The
one.
hope.
same with
All
Aaron
right, and then
Rodgers,
number.
no?
Oh, if you hope.
Well, I got three things now for AVT. Okay, number two. How good is Keith Carter as an O-line coach?
Not good.
He's terrible.
Okay, and then number three. Haven't they made some shifts in scheme that frankly plays away from AVT's strength?
But
Like he's more of a
also, you're
zone.
banking on
He's more
AVT
of a
staying
zone
healthy
guy.
for a whole year.
Actually, Mark.
That's true.
Actually, I
agree with
just
that.
went on over the cap. I clicked on 2025. If the Jets trade AVT, then they save 15 million.
Exactly.
There you
JD,
go.
what you
Exactly.
saying,
That's
Jay?
a big signing,
Right.
Petey.
Get rid of him.
Get
He
rid of
can't,
him.
We're
he
going to
can't
bank on
stay
another
healthy.
year of him being
Plus,
healthy.
he's
That
coming
ain't
off
going to
the
happen.
Achilles
That's not
injury.
going to
It's
happen
not.
at all.
Okay,
And then
so
even well,
but who are you getting to
No, you oh
replace
you
him?
you're
you've been too
drafting.
concerned with the
Draft.
wrong
You are
shit.
drafting.
Draft
So throw in a third round guard.
Well,
Okay,
also,
Why do we
Petey,
act?
Pete,
if we get the
Petey,
right
now we're
coach,
Petey, stop,
starting.
we get the
stop, Petey.
right coach.
So now we're starting a new right guard and right
We
tackle
get the right coach and
next season.
GM.
Yeah.
They can bring over
Yes.
veterans also. It ain't all through the draft.
Yeesh.
Like,
Oh my
That's
god.
a
I
like,
fact.
man, man.
I'm not down with
why do
this.
we act like okay? Like, why do we act like guard? Like the majority of starters are day 2 and day 3 guys.
Hey,
Facts.
They're
Petey,
guard. That's
Okay.
the
That's
majority of your
presuming great
starters.
coaching. But Jarek, that's presuming that that they have coaching to bring up to coach up. Yup, day 2, day 3 guys. And what's
But
more,
hey,
you're also presuming that the
but what
coaching, the
if you
GM
but what
can
if you have the
identify that
coach?
talent.
What if you have the coach that would again though? This is all type of coaching. What if you bring in the coach that brings in a offensive line coach that can develop?
and to the point of who said we're going to have a whole new right side. Well, this year we had a whole new left side,
Yep.
and when Tyron Smith went out, now it's our strongest part of the line.
But if we're
Thank you,
building
thank you.
a line in the mid
Yes,
rounds,
but
why do we need to get rid
go
of
ahead.
ABT and not draft the mid round guards? Like why do we need to get rid of something to plug a mid round guard in to
Like,
a
like that,
position when
We
we
need
we
have
we
somebody?
assets.
can't act like mid round. Like that's the majority of the
Wait,
starters in the league are mid rounders. What are we
you're
talking
right.
about?
But wait, who brought?
But
Wait,
Petey,
wait.
hold
Who?
on.
Go ahead.
If you keep
Yep,
ABT, right?
yep.
And you draft a guard in the third, fourth, fifth round, and ABT goes down with an injury, you plug him in. Why does ABT need to be
Well,
off the
Because
roster
does
to get?
why
because
can't we
doesn't
just
he
sign
fit
a
the
free agent
scheme?
guard?
Because of the scheme,
But wait.
scheme fit.
All right, hold on here. If everybody's saying, that we're getting rid of, and there was a new thing, right? This year, you signed two veterans, John Simpson and Tyron Smith. That's different than plugging in holes and just going out in free agency again. Who's available
I don't know,
Pete,
but
that we're going
a
to
good
Pete,
plug
coach
in?
and
Petey,
GM will bring players to the team.
well, hold on. Lakin Tomlinson was a Pro Bowler. Look what happened when he came here. Like, there's not just this whole premise.
I
You
know.
just plug people
no,
in.
it's scheme fit. It's all
Right.
it's coaching, but it's scheme fit. That's the most important part. If they don't fit the blocking scheme, then most likely they're not going to
Look at
succeed.
look at
Yeah, but when they
But
brought
hold on.
but when they
ABT.
brought Lakin Tomlinson here, they brought his offensive line coach. They brought the whole entire scheme here.
He was also Robert Solid coach. Was on the
look at
field with
Kelvin
him,
Beachum.
Yes.
Beachum
right?
sucked with
You have a
us, and he's great
situation
with
with
the
ABT
Cardinals.
because of his health or lack of health. He's going to come at a lower cost. Like you can get ABT and keep him on the books after this at a lower cost because of that. I don't think you need to rid of a guy that actually is probably going to be worth more than he is in the contractual
But
basis. You
Buckeye? What if we get 4 games out of him, and then we got 15 million on the
Buckeye,
hook for him?
15 million.
Mm-hmm.
We could
yeah,
have 45 million in cap space and a third round pick if we get rid of him.
but
Second round, maybe.
25 is not even gonna. But for 25, if you're talking about for 26, fine. For 25, what's the point?
I'd say if he's a healthy player, yes, you keep him, but he hasn't been healthy. He can't stay healthy a whole season.
Okay, I just feel like
He
again,
can't.
You can't keep
some of
everybody.
these.
You have to get rid of a few players.
Like someone's got to go, man.
Yeah, we talked about it. There's definitely players that are going to go, but again, Jarek, you have it like get rid of Brees, get rid of Garrett, get rid of JJ, get rid of like you have get rid of everybody, bro.
No, no, no,
But
no,
That's
no,
not
AVT
no, 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 no,
does.
no. That's me. That's me. I'm getting.
no. Jarek has got Jarek. Who are you keeping? Let's keep this simple. Who are you keeping? You signing Garrett Wilson?
Yes, I'm signing Garrett. I'm signing Garrett.
Are you signing Jermaine Johnson?
No, I'm not signing. I'm no. I gotta
Are you
see him
signing
stay
Sauce
healthy.
Gardner?
I'm trading Sauce.
You're trading Sauce. AVT you're getting rid of,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Tittman's
You're
too
trading him. You're
early.
not getting rid of
Tittman's
him.
too early, but if there's a bid, you ready to get rid of Tittman if there's a nice trade offer?
I like Tittman. I
Okay,
actually like him a lot.
got it. And then Olu's Olu, so
Yep.
he's
Uh
going
huh.
nowhere.
I'm building up the trenches. That's the most important part. The
That,
trenches
thank
are
you.
important.
But
Thank
June, we
you.
have three fifths of the trenches with youth and
No.
quality. Yes, we do.
Wait. Who are your three pieces?
Who are the three? Olu, Tittman, and
Simpson.
ABT.
Simpson.
AVT is not. You cannot. If you'd have said Simpson, I'd have said okay.
Simpson's
You
been one of the best left
Simpson.
at,
guards.
at this point, you cannot.
But June, did you watch
You
the game
cannot.
yesterday or no?
Yeah, we can't run to the
I
right
yeah.
side. And that's
Well, I,
AVT.
I, I recorded it. And I went back and watched the
So
game.
here's
So
the
yeah.
thing. Believe it or not, the line has looked actually better than good lately.
In
The,
pass pro, but we can't run to
But
the right side.
right, A,
Yeah.
AVT looks horrible, bro.
He lets too many
AVT is good in
sacks.
pass pro, but he is not good in run game at all.
yeah, but who was the right tackle yesterday?
Moses and then
No, no,
Max
no, no.
Mitchell.
Who was the right tackle yesterday? What happened?
Well, Moses got hurt. Max Mitchell wasn't it?
There
Moses
you
had a
go.
busted
Max Mitchell.
wrist.
What round was Max
Yeah,
Mitchell drafted in?
he's terrible.
Yeah, what round was Max Mitchell
He's a
brought
It
in?
swing
wasn't. It
Hey,
tackle.
wasn't in the
He's
first
like,
round.
Fourth,
go back and watch the
Fourth,
round.
game
fifth.
when Rogers gets sacked. AVT is turned, standing, looking at him.
Yes,
Yup.
he was.
Yes,
Yes,
he
he
do.
was. Yes,
In
he
a lot
was.
of games.
I remember that,
I think
JV. I remember that.
I'll tell you what. It's frustrating times as Jets fans. I get it, but I'll tell you the versatility of what AVT has shown, the ability to swing him all over this line, and the ability to watch him play at a very high level when he's been on a football field. Man,
Oh,
Well, how about
how
this?
soon we
How about this,
forget.
Buckeye? How about
Buckeye,
we,
he'll be missed.
if we keep,
He'll be
if we
missed.
keep
he'll be
AVT, how about we
missed.
move him to right tackle?
This is nasty. He could play right
Keep
tackle,
him at
Uh,
right
but here's
tackle
look.
and
I'm
left
gonna
guard.
stand
He'll
up.
be
I know no
missed.
one is. Buckeye standing up for AVT. I'll stand up for AVT too. This is his first year. He did not have a full. He had a rehab off season. He didn't have an
Oh
actual off season.
man,
I'm standing up for AVT.
yo,
I
this
think he could play.
kumbaya shit by you guys is unfucking believable,
No, because
bro.
there's other guys, June, that I think should
okay,
get out
well,
of
here's
here.
a question. Is Titman originally a guard or a center?
He's originally a center.
He's a center.
He had a handful of high snaps I
Would he
saw
be
yesterday, but he hasn't been too bad.
better at right guard?
No. I
Nah.
think leave Titman right where he's at. He's fine right where he is.
If we
But Titman got to get stronger
if
because you got motherfuckers going over him like he's not a big boy himself.
if we keep
You,
AVT, I
what,
would try to make him a right tackle
Neek, you know who started 12 games this year? Mekhi Becton for the Eagles.
at a
Yeah,
guard.
His
I
big
know.
fat ass
Guard.
ain't doing shit. He not moving. The
Oh,
guy's
June,
He
they
not
probably
said,
should have
moving.
kept Becton and put him at guard. How about
and
that, man?
Becton said that the Jets never asked him to move his position.
Well,
He's full of shit.
There
again,
is.
now it's him
I'm about to
clamoring.
say
But
he's full of shit. He's full
my
of shit
point is,
because
he was a health concern that can't stay on a football field. He has
that's a
started
fact.
12 games for the Philadelphia Eagles. I just feel, and AVT is
At a new
better than
position,
Mekhi Becton.
Buckeye. Tackle and guard is different.
Yeah,
Big
So
difference.
what is AVT?
Move him to
a guard.
tackle.
He's a
He's a
guard.
guard now. Now he's a guard.
AVT is a guard. Now Becton's a guard.
Where did he get hurt?
He's
Get
really a
get
left
hurt in
guard.
Denver his first year at guard.
At guard.
Yeah, but ABT had to fill in at a tackle because we just lost the whole line.
So you're willing to bank $15 million on the guy staying healthy? That's just what I'm saying.
Hell no.
Well, your problem, okay,
That's
with
big. That's half of our
ABT,
calorie sap.
okay, yeah, with ABT, and this is something we don't really talk about, is that ABT is a left guard. He's a pass pro style left guard. He's not a road grader. But they've got Simpson at left guard, who's been better than most folks thought he would play this year. So he's still playing. I know he's still playing guard, but he's technically still playing out of position. And look, he's a year removed from Achilles. And he didn't get the same surgery that Rodgers got. He got the one that's a longer, and he's got to push big people around. I think he need next year. I think they'd be wise to keep AVT and see what he does next year with better
His
coaching.
question: Why didn't he get the same one that Rodgers got?
He's younger, so my guess is they wanted to do something that was more proven. I don't have any facts on this.
Mark,
I'm guessing he did it because he wanted something more proven rather than the Rodgers kind of get on the field as fast as possible.
Mark,
but the one that Rodgers got is a proven one. It's just I think it's a money thing because it costs a little more than the old school way. But the old school way to rehab is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Mark, let me ask you a question. Which valuable piece on this team are you willing to move away?
I think if they're forced to because of salary, I think it's Bruce.
It's
I agree
Sauce
with
for
that.
me. It's
I
Sauce
agree
And
for
I
with
don't
that
that
like it.
because
I don't like it because I guarantee you we'll see Brees flash with another team. I really think you
probably
will.
will.
But they
it's
drafted
Sauce
two
for me.
backs.
Sauce and AVT.
Yes.
Oof.
Sauce for me
I
because
don't,
of the value you can get in a trade for Sauce, but then again, the more you listen to space, we can get a third, a seventh, but yeah, Sauce can get a good value pack back, and I don't think we're in a position in our team where a corner has got to be the biggest
Right.
priority.
And we're going to get cap strapped when he
Sauce.
gets re-signed. He's going to
Yeah, but
command
wait,
money.
but hold on, guys. We don't if we get rid of Sauce this year, just in the off season, then what are we doing? And I'm closing in like 3 minutes. What are we doing? We don't have DJ Reed.
Mhm.
Brandon Eccles is it there's Jannard
JBC
JB,
Stickers beat.
JBC and Quantez Stiggers. That's it. So the Jets, you think the Jets defensive backfield now is trash? Forget about it.
Yeah,
But
we got to keep
Holy
Sauce.
crap. Yeah, man. Like, what are we
but
doing?
Beat
but
the
That's why you
31st team in the
Petey,
fucking
nation with
draft.
that.
That's why
The
you
question is
evaluate talent.
Petey, who are you moving on from? So when Mark says Brees,
He ain't moving on from
let's
nobody.
be clear. You're going to get a third round pick at best for a running back, right? So
Okay.
what does that
Yep.
really do? What does it really do to
All
bring in
right.
a third rounder?
Right. Buckeye, you know what I'm
Buckeye.
doing? I'm moving on from this conversation
Buckeye.
with June. How
But
about
hey,
that?
Buckeye, that third round pick you're getting is replacing the one you just had to spend
Hey,
to get
I'm
Hassan
getting
ready.
another version of that because
All
that
right,
took
so
4
then
years.
we get rid of Brees and we bring in Jeremy Ruckert in 2025. That's what we're doing.
Oh,
Yeah,
I,
great one.
I,
See,
Jeremy
June, I'm
fucking
not
Ruckert.
I know.
yo, everybody's getting you on that.
It's the
Look,
No, I was just part of the crime on the
wait. I
Ruckert.
was about to say, for the record, I was backing up fucking Buckeye. That's how the whole shit started. So for all you motherfuckers with this Jeremy Rucker shit, I was backing up my boy. It's a
Yep.
fucking problem,
I got to
bro. I'd
close,
have been
guys.
kicked in the
Have a,
face all day over this bullshit.
I'm closing up. Have a great day. We'll see you this
Yeah,
week.
fuck Alabama,
thanks
Derek.
everybody.
Wait,
Let's go,
wait.
Nets.
Final
Get
word.
the fuck out of
Final words. Fuck the
Fuck Alabama,
Buckeyes.
Derek.
Fuck the Buckeyes.
See you later, guys.
here.
Have a great day. Mark, thank you. June, as always.